cannot say what's wrong or right.
No,
It's not hard to fool me,
no,
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
yes.
Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say
No,
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
no,
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me,
No,
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Looks like we are back on track, gentlemen, ladies, if you're out there. We finally got our computer back. We got the hard drive put in. We got all the other bells and whistles added to it. So now we're sounding like we normally do, guys. Crisp and cream, clean, no caffeine, no artificial flavors, no artificial coloring. We sound like we're part of a complete breakfast. Shout out to you guys out there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a great topic for tonight. Hey, listen, our brother Russell tried to warn Diddy. Even while he was in the States, he tried to give him an example. Russell had his own issues from women coming back from the past, like Bill Cosby. Just like R. Kelly had issues. Russell was probably the only one that had enough sense to step away until everything died down. Now people are starting to see Russell periodically on the streets of New York. They even came out with a documentary, just like they did Diddy, just like they did Bill Cosby, just like they did R. Kelly. But somehow, some way, Russell Simmons has been the only one that was able to evade the circumstances. Oh yeah, he got 2 lawsuits that came against him, and now he owes $3 million to those 2 lawsuits from the ladies that had allegations from the past. But no criminal record, no anything that was set up against him in regards to messing with younger women. Not like Bill Cosby, not like R. Kelly, not like Diddy. Russell tried to be the blueprint on how it should be done. Even when they came out with Russell's documentary, well, most of us don't even remember that they even had a Russell's documentary. That's how bad it was. So we're going to look at today how this even is an example to us. not in regards to running away from your responsibilities or anything that's happening to you in the States, but do realize that even individuals such as Russell Simmons, including yourself even more, because you don't have anything you're running from, you still have the opportunity to build a new life in a new country. And once again, like I've said lately, people have been seeing Russell Simmons on the streets of New York now. He's taking photos and just enjoying his life. So at the end of the day, if Russell, who had issues, can enjoy living in two countries, why can't you? Shout out to all you guys that are here. Salute to everyone in the building. Salute to everyone. Let me go to the super chats real quick, and then I'm going to come to the shout outs. Shout out to all you guys, to all 47 in the building. We love you. Make sure that you click that like button, because you already know we like you. Make sure that you like us too, because you know when you click that like button, what's going to happen.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Shout out to all you guys out there that's watching Andre and Andre Love Crossing Borders, man. We've had other people give commentary on the Anton Daniels versus Andre controversy. So maybe on on Thursday, I might showcase another person that's giving commentary, a sister giving a commentary on the ups and downs of Andre. Well, actually, the duel of the East Side and the West Side Detroit. So shout out to them guys. Shout out to the sister who did the commentary. Will, my brother here in Medellin on the outskirts. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. Glad to see all you guys here. And Will says this, salutations. Andre and Andrea chat family. He says, smash the like button. Please support the Children's Cancer Hospital and Foundation by way of Cash App, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and PayPal. Yes, sir, gentlemen. We are doing great when it comes to the donations that are coming through. We appreciate that. Like I said, during the month of December, in the first 2 weeks of January, every year we collect donations that go towards the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. It's known as the Providence House. So thank you guys for donating to the Providence House by way of PayPal or Cash App. And I don't care if you do it every night, because you're giving to the children every single time you do. Shout out to you guys. And thank you very much, Will. Hope you're having a great, great day. Salute to you. He said, we're at Rico Richie's watching your stream. Shout out to Rico Richie's, my boys. I wish I was there. I was thinking about coming out there after this live stream tonight, but then Andre hit me up and said, you got church at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to go to the Bible study and church service at 7 o'clock in the morning. And so I won't be able to make it to Rico's tonight. But if you guys are doing something if you're going to be around here on Thursday night, T-Mac, let me know. Shout out to you guys out there that's watching live from the Rico Richie's, man. When you guys come to Cali, Colombia, man, they have Airbnbs over the eatery. They've got great food, great seafood, great gumbo, and great, as well as the fried chicken. Brothers from Atlanta, shout out to my brother Doug, as well as the rest of his team out there at Rico Richie's. Yes, sir. Shout out to all you guys out there. We appreciate you. We really do. And make sure, like I said, when you guys come down here, he has great Airbnbs and great prices as well. Shout out to my Black Nubian in the building. Some Canadian boys are back.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
And shout out to all you Texas boys, all you Arizona boys, all you guys out there, the Alabama boys, Oklahoma and Kansas boys. Glad to see you guys are here. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't even think I hit something by mistake. Oh, or maybe I didn't. Let's see. I guess I did hit something by mistake. That's how the struggle streams work. I am going to make sure that I don't hit that again. Nope. Take care of that. Clear. Clear that out. Color, good. That's good as well.
And you say Shot City?
Oh, shout to Chicago.
Shot City.
I was
Shot City.
Coming home again.
see. I just had a dummy moment. I'm tapping on the screen instead of the pads. So I'm wondering why it's not working. Because your boy is tapping on the screen. So once again, shout out to you, Texas boys. Shout out to all you boys in Tampa, Florida, the Panhandle, all you guys that are in Daytona, all the way to Orlando and down to Florida.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. And like once again, all you Chi-Town boys, Indiana boys, all you guys up in Michigan, shout out to you guys, because you already know I got love for you. Shout out to Chi-Town.
And you say Shot City. Shot City. Shot City.
Coming home again.
Shout out to the Chi and all you boys down in the dirty South.
What you really know about the dirty side? What you really know about the dirty side?
And I have not forgotten about you West Coast boys. But I'm always show some love for home. Even I got love for home with my brother Anton.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. You already know I'm from the 313, baby. Don't play with you know how them East Side boys get. You know how those East Side boys get. Shout out to my man 313 in the building right there. The poor man 3138 in the building.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with that man. That man's from the 313. Shout out to my brother Simple Logic is in the building. Greetings from them boys. I got to get some East Coast sound for you guys. I already got some go-go, so I need to drop that off into the soundboard for you guys as well. Shout out to the East Coasters out there as well. I haven't forgotten about you, brothers. Shout out to my brother David Dice of the Dice family. Glad to see that you're here this evening. Salute to you as well, kind sir. Salute to you. Let me scroll down. Kenny said, good evening. Andre, he said, I'm setting money aside to get my second passport, gain some residency in Georgia. He said, and then hopefully 5 to 10 years, get my citizenship somewhere in Portugal. So Portugal is nice, bro. That's one of the countries we're considering. I won't lie, Portugal is nice, man. There's a nice expat community there. Salute to my brother Ronan. Good morning, gentlemen, over there in Southeast Asia, the Philippines to Korea. From the brothers all the way in China that's out there, all the way to you guys that are in Thailand. Shout out to you guys out there in Vietnam as well. We haven't forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about you. Good morning for all you gentlemen. Good morning. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Peter being in the building once again. He say Simmons knew what was coming. Yes, he was. He say DJ Vlad said in the interview. He did. See, Russ was the only one to act like he had some sense. Russ let it die down. No criminal charges were filed against him, so he doesn't have any criminal charges that are waiting for him. He has civil lawsuit from the two ladies that he lost a civil lawsuit to, and that's $3 million. So he owes that $3 million to the ladies. He was supposed to pay that in 2024. So they're kind of like trying to get to him for the $3 million. But other than that, Russ like I said, we're going to look at videos of him in the States already. So all you guys that think that Russ ain't walking around New York, okay. You know Dre come with receipts. Shout out to you, brothers. Shout out to my man Rex in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. He said they leaving because they can. Yes, sir. He said, I don't think people realize how hard the next 6 years are going to be. Preach, Pastor. We're going to look at that tonight. We're going to be looking at stuff like that tonight. He said, due to the orange imbecile, malicious intentions. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to my brother in the building once again, the appliance repairman. I like that name. Y'all be coming up with some good names. 87 in the building. Glad to see you guys here. We got 62 people in the building. Click the like button. I like you. Make sure that you like us too. And that invites other individuals into the live stream. YouTubing is a habit is in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Glad that you're here, brother. The bearded one. I'm glad that you're here, brother. Goodness gracious, it feels so much better to see you guys on a 45-inch screen on both sides and and not looking at you guys through a laptop. Sometimes you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone for a couple of days. Now I can sit back and look at you guys and just, wow, it's like an HD, like right in front of me. So shout out to all you guys, man. I'm excited tonight. Shout out to Deep Soul in the building. Glad that you're here. He said, hey, everyone. He said, yeah. He said, I picked up on Simmons' reason for departure as well. He said, a long time ago. Yes, sir. I mean, even when he got with Kimora, wasn't Kimora Lee Simmons like 17, 18 when he got with her? If I'm not mistaken, I've heard several times that Kimora Lee, his Asian ex-wife, she was like 17 when she was modeling alongside with what's her name? The sister that used to model, Green Eyed Bandit. Tyra Banks. So Tyra Banks were friends. And Russell was running through her. I think she was like 17, 18 at that time period also. I mean, I like a young woman, but I don't like them that young. Goodness gracious, Russ, come on, brother. Making us all look bad. And shout out to my brother Rico in the building. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Glad to see that you're here. Once again, salutations and salutes from my brother T-Mac and all the brothers there. Also, shout out to my brother Vic out there that's watching from Rico Richie as well. Mr. 0 Milligram had a chance to enjoy himself at the salsa concert that featured Victor Manuel and Mark Anthony. Had a good time. Let's scroll down to my brother Bean. He said, what up, Dre? He said, how are you feeling tonight, man? I'm just like I always say, I feel like the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yes, sir. Cologne of the night, gentlemen, is Creed Millisone Imperial, the gold bottle. Creed Millisone Imperial is a very sea salty scent. I just was in a mood for it because normally you will wear this on the beach. But then it comes across with a sandalwood type of scent. Then I remember I had a $300 bottle of sandalwood that I got from when Andrea and I were in San Andreas Island here in Colombia. If you get a chance, guys, make sure you get to San Andreas Island. San Andreas, man, I promise you, is Colombia's Hawaii, okay? It's Colombia's little Hawaii or little Caribbean island. It's like an hour and a half flight outside of Bogota, maybe an hour and a half flight outside of Medellin. I haven't gone from there. Maybe T-Mac can tell you. But it is a beautiful, beautiful island. If you're done with Cartagena as far as like the congestion, you need to be going to San Andreas Island. It is not expensive to go, and it is well worth it. And I'm talking about the beautiful blue ocean. And so I bought this sandalwood by AJ Mall cologne collection. This was like $300 for my birthday. So I got that one for my birthday. So I'm layering today. One is kind of like a sea salt sandalwood, and this is just straight sandalwood. And so I'm layering today. Yes, sir. So those are colognes of the night. But I'm having a good night, man. I can't complain at all, especially since we got Tevin King in the building. So something's got to be going right. Yes, sir. He said my coworker in the office crying about their contract with the county terminated at the end of this shift. He said, good thing I've been buying stocks, crypto, and ETFs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, put as much money aside for emergencies. Got to have that emergency fund because you never know. That is so true, brother. That is so true. One of the things that's taking place here in Colombia that you guys may not know about is that they raised the minimum wage in Colombia. So everybody's getting raises throughout Colombia. Here's the kicker. In 2026, the prices are going to go up on a lot of stuff. If you guys think that it's starting to get expensive in Medellin in 2024, wait till y'all see how expensive things are going to be in Medellin and Cartagena in 2026. Prices are going up across the country. Now, in the small towns, it might not hit as much. Since Cali is not that much of a tourist city compared to you guys, it's not going to hit as much. But you Medellin dudes and you Cartagena dudes, oh, you're going to feel it. Barranquilla, you might not feel it as much. Santa Marta, neither are you. But Bogota, Medellin, Bucaramanga, and Cartagena are going to feel it the most with the new wages that are going up. And then now they're starting to do layoffs in Colombia. And yes, Colombia does have an unemployment check that they give them. But Andrea's brother just got laid off from his job, and they laid off a few people, let him go from his contract because the companies can't afford to pay the wages of this new hike that the latest president has already signed into law. So everybody's getting more money, everybody's excited, but everybody's not excited about being fired. Some of the people are getting fired because the companies can afford to keep everybody now. But it's no big deal because Andrea's brother just graduated the police force. So he's about to be hired as a police officer anyway. So shout out to my brother Camilo out there doing some great things. He's going to be working the traffic department. So he'll be out there. So shout out to Camilo doing great things. Jay Anderson, the great, is in the building. He said, yep, another great live. He said, salute to the grown man chat. And Andrea love crossing borders. Glad to see that you guys are here this evening. I really do. I really am. Let me scroll down. Make sure I got the other guys. Hannibal is in the building. Salute to you as well, brother. Hope you're having a great evening or morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Hope that you're having a great one as well, brother. Yes, sir. And I like that name, the Mixed American. He said, I'm back. Hey, Dre, I'm back. I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here. The episode yesterday, they took it down. It wasn't because of Anton. The episode yesterday was taken down because remember that, for you guys that were still here, remember that scene I had when I showed the pedophiles getting arrested in the States? It was like a news headline, maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, and it had everybody's face. They were showing the guys that got arrested. That's why they took it down, because that news headline. Yep. So I got to make sure I watch what I put on the news headline as far as put on the channel. Shout out to Paulette Cummings being in the building of the Cummings family, representing the ladies. I am so glad to see the ladies here. I won't lie. We appreciate the ladies that enjoy traveling. And she say, run. But the show can't have all the truth comes to the light, especially this year. Absolutely correct. Just like Cat Williams said a couple years ago, it's all going to come to the light. I kid you not, man. 2026 is going to be a different type of year for a lot of people. For some people, it's going to be a great year. For other people, yeah, you better start getting your affairs in order. You might want to start getting your affairs in order. If you plan on doing stupid things in 2026 because you got away with stupidity in 2025 or 2024, yeah, 2026 is not going to work. In Medellin, in Colombia in general, when it comes to coming in and out of the country, you already see how they acted in 2025. They're turning dudes away. If you know a person, if they're a part of the Angels list or the Angie's list in the United States for dudes that are considered perverts, you're going to get turned around in Colombia. They are not playing it, man. They are being serious about their tourism. So realize it is not 2015 or 16 anymore in Colombia where you can just walk in and walk out. They are sending dudes back so fast that a lot of dudes right now, they've got TikTok videos on being sent back out of Colombia. One brother said, well, that was a wasted trip. I didn't even have anything in my suitcase. They didn't care about your suitcase, bro. What was in your cell phone? Whatever was in your cell phone could have got you in trouble too. I kid you not, I'm going to repeat that. There was a brother, I might show that video. He was on TikTok. He had just came home. He said, well, that was a wasted trip. And he said, I'm going to show you guys what's literally in my suitcase. And he didn't have anything in the suitcase. Here's the kicker. He never showed us what was in his cell phone. Because Colombia is checking cell phone records as well. And I don't mean the records per se, but as far as like if you got your pay-for-play girlfriend off in there, or you got some text messages that's comparing the price of coochie, Colombia's sending you back home. They're not playing that no more. You ain't gonna just come into this country and just, everybody know every country you buying some coochie. Everybody know that. They selling coochie in the States. I know Anton try to pretend like they ain't selling coochie in the States, but everybody know they've been selling coochie in the States since we was kids. But you know what was the one thing about it? People knew how to shut up. Y'all made Colombia hot. Y'all did it. Every single one of us. We made the block hot. Clean your phone out, man. You got all the messages in there talking about something. How much when I get there? Oh, it's only 300,000 pesos. Okay, what do I get for 300,000 pesos? And then the Colombian police officers open up your phone and they see the whole conversation of you with the female. You can't do that anymore. Those days are over. So 2026, just like Paulette said, whatever you do in the dark, since y'all want to run off at the mouth for the last 5 years showing all your business on video, it's going to come to the light. She ain't never lied on that one. It's going to come to the light. Let's scroll down. We got 80 people in the building. Shout out to all you ladies and gentlemen that are here this fine and wonderful evening. Said Philippines too. Oh, Philippines are doing that too? I don't blame them. Dude, when you are doing the right things in all these countries and being respectful, as much as we catch planes like people catch buses. Let's be real. Like people hop in their car and go to work. We hop on a plane and go live life. That's how often we're on airplanes. I get it. So for those of us that aren't out there acting a fool, 2026 is going to be just like 2025, if not better, right? But I'm just trying to give a heads up to all the Pookies and Ray Rays and Nook Nooks out there that don't want to listen. And all you pedos, bruh, they coming for y'all globally. They coming for y'all globally. Ain't nowhere to hide, nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Yeah. They coming for y'all. Y'all can't see. It used to be you could be a creep and hide among the passport bros, or hide among the expats, or hide among the digital nomads. You could hide. You can't do that no more now. Countries are buckling down. They do not want stupidity in their countries. That goes for you too, white boys. You think that your whiteness is going to allow you to get into these countries? They turning your white ass away in Colombia in record numbers. Y'all come over here thinking your whiteness going. It's the funniest thing that I have seen in 2025. You ready? White boys that think they whiteness works around the world. That is the funniest ish I've seen in 2025. You white boys thought that whiteness that worked oh so well in Canada, oh so well in UK, oh so well in the States, in Australia, in New Zealand, that, well, hell, my whiteness should work everywhere. I'm privileged. I'm white. Man, they'd have been turning your asses around in Colombia so fast. It'd be like, white boy, white boy, white boy. Brother, white boy, white boy, white boy. They turning y'all ass back. That whiteness don't work. You can't have stuff in your cell phone either. You can't have stuff. Remember the white boy a couple months ago came down here, the old white dude with like 800 condoms in his suitcase, 14 dildos, 9 cock rings, 18 butterflies, and a partridge in a pear tree. Remember that? Everybody looking at, man, they laid everything on the table. You know what Colombia do? They lay everything on the table. You looking like either he gonna sell it or is he gonna, how long this white boy plan on being here to go through that many dildos? Colombia got toy stores on every corner, so you can't say you selling them. White boys, y'all better get it together in 2026, because if you think that your whiteness gonna get you into these countries, Philippines gonna turn your white ass around too. Don't think you're gonna have to do the right thing just like the rest of us. You're gonna have to act like you traveling like you got some dang sense in your head. Don't be traveling like you we all white. We all can get away with it. Okay. Yeah, go on, keep doing that.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Okay. Yeah, man, y'all can't be, y'all white boys have lost y'all damn mind, boy. Colombian attorney, yeah. He was ready for war with all them dildos and butterflies and butt plugs. I mean, he had a smorgasbord. I mean, he came through Colombia, man, like he was a sex version of John Wick. He came through Colombia like he was a sex John Wick, man. I'm like, white boy, what is you doing? If the block wasn't already hot, the block really got hot when that white dude came through. They turned his ass around and was like, you can leave them toys here. You can leave them toys and condoms here. They ain't even let him pack them back up. They put his shit all on the table. I'm all on the news. You just standing there as a white boy. You're not a Colombia dude, man. They go, before they send you back, they gonna take a photo with you standing next to a police officer. So you looking stupid there, man. And you standing there, it's 4,500 condoms, a partridge and a pear tree. Mother, I would not have want to be the brother that was getting off the plane behind that white boy. I swear. Like, what the hell? Yeah, man, he had all of it, man. He came through like he was John Wick in this mother. Seriously. He came through like he was the boogeyman. He's the one you send to kill the boogeyman. I'm like, white boy, you have lost your damn mind in Colombia. Oh my God. And you don't tell him how much spending money he had. He probably had 81,000 ready to spend right out the gate in Medellin. I'm about to buy everything moving. If it can walk, I'm gonna buy it. White boys, you'd have lost your mind. Y'all better sit your ass down. 2026 is coming right back around. He had a care package. Y'all stupid. He had the care package. For real. Yeah, right. That's who he was. That's who we thought he was. Shout out to Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family. Shout out to Jason being in the building, as well as my brother Will, Chill Will, and the rent is due 22. Glad to see that you guys are here, man. Let's get ready to get started with the video. And see what's going on with our brother Russell. Like I said, today's episode is dedicated to, hey, Russell tried to set an example for all of us. Not in the sense of illegal activities or going after, doing something wrong to somebody, but in the sense of you can build a new life in another country. I didn't realize what all Russell had accomplished in Bali. I'd never seen it. All I knew, he was gone. And for many of you guys, you just kind of like knew he was gone, but you didn't know what he was up to. Man, this dude is living that life. Off and on, we've been hearing, Russell going broke. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see if this man broke. Because right now, Russell is back and forth between Bali and New York now. Even as we speak, I think he's in New York right now, even as we speak. So whatever criminal charges they were going to charge, it never happened. See, he knew the vamp. Yeah, I'm going to do the old school. He knew the vamp instead of hanging around like Bill Cosby. He knew the vamp. Unlike R. Kelly. He knew the vamp. Diddy, if you're watching Love Crossing Borders, bruh, They got baby oil in every country, bruh. They got baby oil in every country. All the men's booties that you wanted, you could enjoy in other countries. All the male rappers you wanted was waiting for you in other countries. I don't know why you stayed in the States and you want the booties of all the male rappers in the States. Meek Mill's widow left with you. See what I'm saying? Take that. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You could have did all that. You could have had all the K-pop adult males, not kids, adult males, Diddy, with all the baby oil you wanted. But what did you do? Hung out in the States because you like them boys, them adult men in the States, Diddy. Come on, man. Come on, Diddy. You like grown men in the States that much? Either way, let's get started with the video, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going on. Seriously. It was special edition. They could only get it in the States. It was a special blend, of baby oil that you could only get it in the States. That's why Diddy had a whole garage full of it. He like, man, they might run out of baby oil. This man had baby oil left from the pandemic. Like, dang. Is that pandemic baby oil? that baby oil got an expiration date of 6 years ago. That's pandemic baby oil. That's a special blend. That's a special blend of baby oil. They don't make that baby oil like that no more. The last time they made that baby oil was during the pandemic. I understand. It's got the 2021 expiration date at the bottom of the baby oil. He got a whole garage full of it. Whole garage. Forklift needed to bring the baby oil in. Forklift needed to bring the empty bottles out. Can't stop, won't stop. He say nothing gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Then he say I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. See, now we understanding the lyrics that Diddy was using. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. No wonder he stole that man lyrics like that. Shout out to I Am FF in the building and my brother Jason Henderson of the Henderson family. Shout out to you. He said that's top shelf baby oil, man. That ain't no regular baby. That's not no regular Johnson & Johnson. That baby oil got expiration dates, COVID-19 dates on it. Shout out to my brother being in the building. He said, good evening, man. He said peace to crossing borders and the love on the borders that we love to cross. I like that, brother. Somebody remembered. I like that, brother. Yes, sir. And shout out to Crypto Dragon Emperor in the building. Glad to see you here. As well as always, Dave and Tone in the building. Shout out to Tony Tone. Got a heart of stone. Brother Stride knocking, but he wasn't home in the building. He said, I can't find no more baby oil. No more. Not the collector's edition. Diddy got the collector's edition. See what I'm saying? You ain't get no regular baby oil at the dollar store no more. He got the collector's edition. He said Diddy documentary on Netflix is a hit. He said people globally are tuning in. Yeah, that's true, brother. That's the sad part, man. The brother making himself look bad on a global scale when he could have did just like this man we're about to watch right now. He could have did just like this man that we're about to watch, talking about our brother Russell Simmons.
Diddy's either incredibly arrogant or incredibly innocent because he knows what he's done in his life, either nothing or something, and chose to stay in America. Russell Simmons knew he f***ed all them girls, so he fled to Bali and did Pilates for the last 6 years.
You can deny it if you want to, but you ain't been back to America in quite a while.
Yeah, like let's call it what it is. Nobody goes to Bali during a rainy season. You are there every single day. Diddy could have left. He could have went somewhere. I think he was still running an operation. I think he got flipped on by people that he was working with.
So then the question is, why was Diddy filming all these people? Sure, you could just be filming people because you're a freak and you have all these weird
he
sexual
thinks he's untouchable. That's the arrogance too. He said Cassie's a liar, knowing there's hotel footage out there. Yeah. He thought he paid to have it buried.
That's why with Russell Simmons, Russell Simmons sold everything because his attorney said, if these look back windows come out, it's going to kill you. Russell sold all of his businesses, all of his homes, gave up everything and became a resident of Bali. Now you see him start surfacing and showing his face out because why? The look back windows are about to close.
Facts.
Man.
Like I said, he's been in New York several times over the last year. So if you guys think that Russell's still in Bali and he hasn't been back, yeah, those other years, like pandemic years or beyond, yes. But now he's been back and forth.
So he'll probably start coming back to New York more and being a little bit more visible in the U.S.
So where are we? This is the house. This is the house. I built it because...
Look at Russ's house and what Russ's life has been like since he left New York. And if I was Russ, even if things have died down, I would do like he's doing. I would come back to visit, but I wouldn't come back to live in New York. I don't blame him. But we're going to see what his life looks like right now in Bali.
It was, you know, I wanted to live here part-time and I was going to stay a month and a half and COVID hit and I stayed 2 years. I love the idea it's outdoors, like the living room and stuff is outdoors, and because it's Balinese, that's what Balinese houses are like. Everything's outside, but inside we do have air conditioning. Pictures everywhere. I don't like hanging my own picture, but someone just decided to put that up. It's me, a picture of myself, which I think is awkward. This is my bedroom. What more pictures? LL Cool J and Meth.
So he still got, you know, close friends. He still got people that he care about. He got photos of LL Cool J in there and Method Man. See, in the States, you know, they depict him as on the run, dang it, living in a cave somewhere in Bali, in the deep heart of the jungle, in a tree house. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. Is that not how they've been? Even here in Colombia, we've been hearing it as if Russ is in living in a tree house. He got on the same outfit that John the Baptist had on, the goat skin. They act like Russell Simmons has been in Bali eating locusts and honey. He out there saying, I used to be a hip hop mogul for dollars. That's how they've been selling in the States. They have not told us that this man, watch what you see this man's house look like and what he's done since he's been gone. This man has not stressed why Diddy and all the rest of them dudes, Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, going through hell in the States. Look at what this man has done.
Man and myself there. This guy, DJ Hollywood. And there's Curtis Blow when he had the breaks, you know, hit record. And
out to DJ Hollywood.
He's celebrating. Sal Abatiello, who created that legendary place, the Disco Fever, which Crush Groove was all about, the movie. But Hollywood, he was the guy. As a promoter, there were no rap records, there were just rap performances. And he was the guy. He's a right now mama in your neighborhood. Yes, once again, it's Hollywood. I mean, he's the reason that we made rap records. So we go this way, there's a bunch of fish. I'm not sure how my animal activist friends feel about it. And I've had them there for 5 years and they keep growing. I feel like I'm doing cribs for MTV. TV room, the greatest TV room in the world, the biggest couch.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That couch was being made while Bill Cosby was being locked down. That house was being built while R. Kelly was fighting his cases. The fish are swimming while Diddy was swimming through baby oil.
Look at that. This is the yoga shower. Look at this. This is a phenomenal space. And look how beautiful the way it was built. So I practice in here a lot of days, but not like during COVID, I practice there every single.
This is this man's house. Y'all gonna put some respect on Russ's name, man. Y'all gonna put some respect on Russ's name. Now I'm gonna say this again for all y'all that's like, man, but he did this. No charges came up. Rumors, yes. Gossip, yes. Accusations, yes. A civil case with the two ladies that he had to pay $3 million to, yes. Criminal case of him actually doing something to a younger person, no. Not one single person that said 20 years ago he did this to me. Not one criminal case. You don't have to have the person in the country to file the case. I'll say that again. They could have filed those cases against Russell Simmons even while he was out of the country. So if he ever stepped back into this country, they was going to lock him up. No case. So for all you dudes that want to still sit around and spread rumors on that man until we see proof, I'm going to say this again. Now, if anything comes out, then we all can say, okay, Russell did this. But if the ladies hadn't filed a criminal case, and then the ones that did file anything was a civil case, and they did it for the dollars. They didn't do it for equality and because he touched me. They did it for the dollars. They said it happened 20 years ago and we want some money. So he gave him some money. And this man is living the life. Love it or hate it. He's been back and forth to the States over this last year. He ain't hiding. He walking down the street, greeting people. He's not ducking and dodging. He's been to New York several times. Ain't no handcuffs been thrown on that man. And that man is living the life. And my point in saying that, to many of us, we all can start again. We all can start a new life. You guys know my story. You guys know me doing the 10 years in the feds. We all can start a new life. So I'm just bringing this as an encouragement, because we're going to get to the part to let you guys see, for those that are still in the States, what life is like in 2026. We're looking at Russell's life, and then we're going to look at your lives in the States in 2026.
Day, and I would film it and send it out, and people would like practice along with me. And I mean, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people would join me. I live in yoga and vegan Disneyland. Like what else is there, right? For me, there's not a lot more, right? And there's so many beautiful, happy people here. That's the thing about Bali. It's just a beautiful place full of people who are studying the science of happiness, right?
That's true. Most of us know that Bali is a country with people that are studying the science of happiness. There are some people that ain't looking to be mega rich. They're just looking to find peace. And I think that one of the biggest mistakes that we Americans are making is that we don't realize that there are people leaving America to find peace. There are rich people that have money up on money. And I'm not just talking about Russ. And they are so stressed out in the States. They got the money. They've got the fame. They've got the notoriety. There are people that aren't famous, but they built businesses from scratch. And they're doing pretty good for themselves. There are people that have gone to school for trade, and they're doing good for themselves. But they are so stressed out in every area of life back home in Canada and UK, United States. And I don't think that, I hate, let's put it like this. With the mental instability that's going on in the United States right now, in the West. And like I say, I love my country, but let's be honest. We got more people taking the antidepressant pills than any other time in American history. We got more people on alcohol than any other time in American history. We've got more self-deletions. We got more mass shootings than any other time in American history. Divorces are still shooting up than any other time in American history. If any country needs to focus on peace of mind, taking a deep breath, stepping back for a minute, analyzing what life is all about. Why am I even here on this planet? I'm not here to get a disease. I wasn't sent here to get a divorce. I wasn't sent here to get into an argument with my baby mama. I wasn't sent here to this planet to be eating unhealthy foods. What was I sent to this planet for? One of the things I was sent to this planet for, and all of us have to admit this, is to have peace, happiness, joy. And sometimes we just can't find it in our home country, and we got to go to other countries to find it. We can criticize Russ all we want. That man looks peaceful and happy among peaceful, happy people. Let's continue on with the video.
The people who live here, the Westerners who decide to live here, they decide to let go a lot of the things. And of course, they're all struggling, you know, myself included, we're all struggling. But here, this is a place, Mother Bali, she accepts you, she allows you the freedom to, like, you know, move towards, you know, a more conscious, awakened state. She does that. There's no doubt that Mother Bali is a healing place. So this is the Snoop Dogg villa. He was coming to visit me.
So while y'all thinking he live in a clubhouse and all his friends have deserted him and he's by himself, this man got a whole villa named after Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg has visited him for that peace several times. Yeah, he said Mother Bali, like Mother Earth. You know how earthy people get. You know how earthy people are. But let's continue on with what he said. Hey, this is a spot where Snoop Dogg stays.
So this is the Snoop Dogg villa. He was coming to visit me, and then COVID hit, and then I realized he was only going to stay in my master bedroom. So I was like, oh, shit. So I built this house. And this is what convinced me, after finishing this, to build a hotel. These little master suites are very similar to.
Come on now. Man, I'm about to go visit Russ, man. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. This is one of his, he built a whole hotel, and this is what they looking like. This man did not only build, y'all talking about he living in the woods. Y'all, man, y'all Americans, y'all dirty, bro. We dirty. Man, y'all sold me on the idea that Russell was sleeping in a treehouse with monkeys. He was wearing sackcloth and ashes like he was John the Baptist. He was eating locusts and honey in the woods, and he was hunting with a spear. He was hunting. Well, he's a vegan, so he's digging with his hands for nourishment from the ground. Y'all had me thinking that Russell Simmons was showering in a river, washing his clothes off of a rock. That's what you said in America. You said Russell ran and he over there impoverished. He ain't got no money, times tight. He's sleeping up in trees in the back of the woods. You dirty mother. You Americans lied to us, and come to find out this man is living the life of Riley. Life of luxury, and built a hotel next to his man. Man, I'm on my way, man. Let me find out where it's at. I'm on my way, man. Look at this, man. Look at this. But y'all want to stay in the state stressed. Okay. He could have had he could have had a villa that was dedicated to Bill Cosby. He could have had a R. Kelly villa, and he could have had a villa for Puffy. It could have been all four of them meditating, getting their mind right, having Puffy get over his baby oil addiction. But no. The only person that came down, got a villa named after him, was Snoop Dogg. After Snoop Dogg, he just went ahead and built a whole hotel. Let's check it out.
Mine, except it's sideways, but you know, I think Snoop wouldn't leave this place.
And you manage your son?
Oh yeah, I manage Cordell, right? So Cordell stays there a lot. You know, so look, the pool. I mean, the other suites have their own pool as well, but not this big. And come in, let me show you. What I think is special, the treatment of the ceiling here. Look at that. Whenever my really rich friends come, they end up staying here. Not that expensive, but they wouldn't stay anywhere else, right?
How did the idea for this place come about?
It was going to be a yoga school. It was a school for yogic science, and I was going to teach teachers the second phase of their career, or advanced teacher training.
And so what gave you the idea to make it into a hotel?
Well, I started to go over budget. And, for yoga school, the students come, they're young, and they're studying for 30 days or more. And you're staying in a 5-star hotel for 30 days, plus paying for the teacher training, is expensive for a lot of people.
Right. And how quickly has this hotel been able to be built?
It came together in about 2 years, a little over 2 years.
How is that even possible?
Well, you have 150 people in a day and 150 at night working, and really impressed and happy with the results. Because at first
that's crazy. He had 150 people a day and 100 people at night. That's serious.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Seriously, y'all go ahead and stay in the states y'all want to instead of building new lives.
So it had low expectation. I wasn't building a 5-star hotel until I was.
How about some of your favorite features of it?
I use that hot yoga shower a lot.
Okay.
The cryotherapy I use whenever it's open. I also am very happy with the chef. Again, we won Best Vegan Restaurant in Bali. This is Yoga and Vegan Disneyland.
There's obviously a lot of construction still going on here. What are the plans for expansion?
Well, it's not expansion of the hotel, although it may end up being some because the rice fields, plenty of room there. We have options for it. But I like it small. What we built next door is a park. It's a health park. When I realized this couldn't be a yoga school because it was too expensive, I wanted to give a specific thing. So the park is the other dream, and the dream of really making these tools and toys accessible. The cryo, the hyperbaric chamber, the salt room, the Russian bathhouse, the 2 cold pools, cold and colder, the hot pool, the infrared sauna, the regular sauna, the giant steam room. There's so many.
You know what, Dave, you made an excellent point. You could take the businessman out the country, but that don't mean that you're going to take the businessman out of the businessman. This man has turned a tragedy into a business opportunity that many people wouldn't even thought of with his level of money. With his level of money. And what he didn't do, I noticed, he didn't build it away from his mansion. He actually built it as part of the whole mansion, the whole land. So it's not like, well, he has his mansion and then he's all the way on the other side. It's all as one. And he's talking about expanding and building a park, the cryotherapy, the jacuzzis and the yogas. Goodness gracious. Yo, he built a haven. So all you dudes that don't know what he been doing lately, come on, let's sit back and watch. Yes, sir. This is inspirational. He said that's why passport men will grow larger than ever after we clean up the Pookies and Ray Rays and the creep cam jerks. Absolute. Great point. Great point.
Things that are going to be next door. So I really wanted that to be, this place to be a place of healing. There's a few famous people who came and spent 6 or 7 weeks just at the hotel. We didn't have any of that stuff. Ben Vereen is the one I think of, a very famous Broadway.
So he said Ben Vereen came through. It's going to surprise you, a couple other people coming through. This man is not sitting up there alone. But like I said, y'all sold us in the States as if this man was lonely somewhere, only come out at night, he's scared. Y'all sold it to us as if this man got 15 federal indictments. He's got wanted posters all over the country. His documentary was going to be as bad as R. Kelly's and Diddy's. Y'all, America, come on, let's be real. Y'all sold us a bag of hogwash. Not one charge against this man. Diddy got more pulled than Russ. Russ been gone. Not one of those women, not one. So no criminal charges against this man. This man has been back and forth to New York in 2025, back walking the streets free. Like I told y'all, I got receipts. This man has built a whole compound. Y'all never told us none of this. Now, none of this, America. Because to see a black man turn tragedy into triumph, y'all ain't gonna televise that. But let a man get locked up in Brazil, oh, y'all be all over it. You catch that? Y'all be all over that one.
Guy, he came here and he said he was suffering from everything he could think of. Just at the hotel, we didn't have any of that stuff. Ben Vereen is the one I think of, the very famous Broadway guy. He came here and he said he was suffering from everything he could think of. And he left, his name was Uncle Wayan. Wayan is the Balinese name for the second child. So he became Uncle Wayan. He went to the temple all the time, fell in love with the people, started going to places like ecstatic dance parties and started just doing everything, right? And going to hot yoga in the mornings. And he's 78 years old. He really, the other day I saw he was performing with Liza Minnelli. He hadn't performed in 3 years. On New Year's Eve, he jumped up and the band was playing and he sang the first time he performed. So it was a pretty special moment watching him sing and watching the whole experience of him evolve back to his regular self. Very happy person in general. And this place gave him his happiness back. And that to me is like, that's the actual purpose that I have in my last chapter.
Shout out to him, man. We're not done. We're not done.
Good. I think it's great. I think it really brings what's needed to our beautiful home in Bali.
You always do that shit. You'll never play with it.
Happy birthday to you.
Who is that singing to him? Who is that singing to him? Is that not his daughter that America told us that does not like him and can't stand her daddy? Is that not the same daughter? Is she not in Bali with her daddy? Oh, America told us she can't stay. Yeah, parents and kids don't get along sometimes. So America took that one moment when Russ and his daughter wasn't getting along and made it seem like, oh my God, Russ and the kids, they don't get along. He's so evil. He is so evil. Same thing they did with Tyrese, wasn't it? Had that man crying about his daughter. Now his daughter living with him and they the closest of friends. America, you ain't tell us this, that him and his daughter reconciled and that they cool as can be. This man throwing his own white parties in Bali. Happy birthday, dear daddy.
Happy birthday to you.
Y'all got to get in here and see this. Russell Simmons has officially entered the chat. After seeing that Usher went over to Bali to hang out with Russell Simmons,
Wait a minute, who over there hanging out with him? Did I not say he got people that care about him? Wait a minute, this the same Usher that been in Las Vegas making money for the last 2-3 years. Usher could have went to Atlanta to get over his stress. No, he can't. Atlanta's gone crazy. He could have went to his home in New York. New York has gone crazy. He could have stayed in Vegas. Vegas is empty. Ain't nobody going to Vegas no more. Right after his shows, and this is not the first time. I'll say this again. I found out this is not the first time that to decompose, Usher has gone over to Bali and hung out with Russ. We know Russ was into yoga and peace and everything and love and Afro Greece. even long before he moved from the States. Ronan says this. He said, Fearless and I did a show on how quick people will put information out on social media, but very slowly, if any retractions or updates to correct misinformation. That's a good way of putting it, brother. You are absolutely correct. Shout out to you, brother. Make sure you guys subscribe to Ronin Travelers, man, and my brother Fearless. Montrez in the building says this. He said, Bali looks like a retreat for people with mental health issues. Bali should have full of black people because we all got some mental health issues that we need to meditate, pray about, and cleanse ourselves of. He said, go there, get healed mentally and spiritually. Facts. Absolutely correct. Facts. Shout out to brother being in the building. Tone said, he said, if Russell was living a high lifestyle in Bali and spent 10 million per year, and his net worth was worth 300 million or 340 million, he said that money would last him about 34 years, even if he didn't earn another dime or another dollar. Shout out to Russ, man. Look at his smile. Usher looking happy. Russ looking happy. Why can't people be happy for black men? What is black men doing wrong to where somebody can't be happy for us? Didn't we talk about this the other day? When was the last time you saw black men smiling in the United States on a regular basis? Walking past each other with a nice smile. In photos with a nice smile. I've lived on this planet 58 years. And I can tell you, I have seen more black men smiling outside of America in my 58 years than I have ever seen in all the photo shoots, in all the events, in all the white parties, in all the clubs, in all of the college events, the high school events. I have seen more black males from 8 to 88 smiling outside of the United States than I ever saw black men smiling in the States. And I don't blame us because we didn't have a reason to smile on photos. Half of us didn't even smile on our wedding photo. Let's go. If you go back into your wedding photo right now in the archives, you didn't even smile. You kind of like smirked or grinned a little bit, a little smirk. That was the best you was given on your own wedding photo. You probably may have given one decent smile when your first child was born. You didn't even smile to God. You ain't smiled to your woman. You ain't smiled to your side chick. You ain't smiled to your mama, your dad, your two sisters, and your brother. Brothers are not famous. We known for a lot of stuff in the United States. Smiling is not one of them. But let a man get a passport and see what the world is like once he hits 18, 28, 38, 48, 58. You can't keep our black ass from smiling. You can't keep us from smiling. I swear we the most black women. If you want to see some smiling brothers, it ain't in the States. And I'm going to say this before I keep going. Looking at these black men smiling. Looking at these two black men smiling. A black man with passports. You do know that's one of the reasons that the plantation bros back on the plantation of the United Plantation of America and the sisters back on the plantation, while they're pissed at you, you do know that they're pissed at you because all they see is your black tail smiling with the whitest of white teeth. Them sisters in the States couldn't get you to go to the dentist office if they were driving a Rolls Royce and said, I'll drop you off. Your butt was not going to the dentist office unless it hurt. Boy, you black men, y'all left the United States, can't keep your black ass out of the dentist office. You done got braces. You done got that root canal you needed. You done got them 2 crowns you needed. You got the veneers going. Boy, you can't keep our black asses from smiling now. Black men are some smiling motherfuckers outside the United States. And can't nobody, listen, for all you sisters that's mad, I don't blame you. I'm going to say this again. You sisters, I don't blame you for being mad. Because you ain't never been able to make black men smile like this. And you look like, how the hell he smiling in Mexico? Why he doing all that grinning in Thailand and in the Philippines? What is he smiling about in Brazil and Colombia? What is his? He got his ass in Poland and South Africa just smiling. He ain't never smiled here when he was in Chicago. I ain't never seen him smile when he was in Atlanta and Baltimore. How come he ain't smiled when he was here in Detroit? They don't never smile here in New York. You New York brothers, it's women in New York didn't even know that your ass knew how to smile. Every time they took a photo of you, you ain't never smiled in New York. You ain't known for smiling. You California dudes, y'all don't smile. Y'all can't talk. Y'all ain't known for smiling either. Detroit, Chicago, don't act like y'all famous for smiling. You Southern boys, Memphis, you ain't known for smiling. Kansas City, El Reno, Oklahoma, no. Oklahoma City, Texas boys, y'all ain't famous for no damn smiling. Florida, you know we don't smile in Florida. It's too damn hot. And then these sisters got to look at all these videos, photos, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and y'all just smiling. You got your ass off in Spain, smiling. You all up in Germany somewhere smiling. You in Kenya smiling, Mozambique smiling, South Africa, Uganda smiling, Guyana smiling. Y'all smiling asses. Them sisters are mad. Them sisters are pissed off at all your black asses smiling. See, they don't care to see a white boy smile. They don't care. But to see y'all black asses just going from country to country, that big ass Ace Live smile, you think them sisters are happy every time they see that big ass smile on Ace Live? Hell no. Y'all keep on traveling and keep on smiling. And you wonder why Russ is smiling and Usher is over here smiling. Teeth just so shiny, and them brothers look just like us, don't they? Do those brothers not look like us when we outside the United States? They ain't got to show a pass. You know what? If it were me, you know that video, that little video clip that came out and that little photo when they had like 9 or 10 passport bros and they were holding up their passports. I would have never did it like that. I'm gonna tell you fellas what I would have did. I would have had 9 or 10 black men smiling. I would have did a whole video montage of black men smiling in other countries. I might do that YouTube short myself. I wouldn't have showed nan passport. I would have just showed nothing but black men smiling. That would have been it. You want to piss off black women? You ain't got to show no passport. Damn the passport. Show black women you smiling in Thailand, Korea, Japan, Mongolia. Let your ass be in Mongolia, Turkey, and Kuwait, and you smiling. Man, they will be they are far more pissed off at the fact that you smiling than the fact that you using your passport. So stop showing your passport and show your smile. Show your smile, brothers. Because they gonna keep pissed off the more you show your smile. Keep your passport in your pocket and show these sisters, just like Usher and just like Russell, show them sisters your smile. Because they ain't never, your mama ain't seen you smile. She ain't seen you smile since you was a baby. Seriously. He said, I want to see Reverend Run visiting. For real, seriously, that's what I want to see too. You better believe he been out there. He ain't just deserted his brother. His brother Russell in Bali. He said, it's a must see. Don't make me do my homework. You know me, I'll get some receipts real quick. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, gentlemen. Thank you very much. We got 97, almost 100 in the building. Yes, sir. He said, I'm smiling right now. He said, guess where I am? Outside the States. Outside the States. Shout out to 40 being in the building. He said, why? He said, why they leaving? 3 words. Non-extradition treaty. Absolutely correct. I would have did the same thing. Man, if I was Diddy, I would have did the same thing Russ did. I'd have went to a country and I would have let it all die down. Take that. And once it all died down, I'd have been just like Russ, going back to the States. Back and forth. I ain't gonna lie. Seriously. Diddy stayed there, and he knew that they were setting him up to find him guilty. That arrogance, boy. Pride comes before fall. Pride comes before fall. Shout out to 40 with the $2 love. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. He said Usher smiling bigger than he was, better than his shows with women. Seriously, man. Seriously. Sometimes we get tired of going to the clubs and just sitting around drinking and playing with our cell phones. Sometimes we just need to just get away. Get away. He said, honestly, I don't think that Russell is the best vehicle for this topic. I think he is a good vehicle for this topic. I kid you not. I'm going to tell you why. Before doing this particular episode, I did my homework, unlike many of us. See, we're going by, and Americans, we got a bad habit of this. I'm going to say this again. We got a bad habit of this. We will take the initial information that we received and run with it for 40 years. And like Ronan Travel said, we refuse to do our homework to see the updated information. Why do y'all think I know that 2 women filed civil cases against him because they couldn't file criminal cases against him? Talking about Russ. Those sisters said, we ain't got no proof of criminal. Therefore, let's go for the money, girl. Why you think Russell been walking around New York throughout 2025? Because he ain't got no warrants. But we as Americans, we was when did Russell leave? Like right before pandemic 2019? We will still judge that man off of 2019. When the proof has already come out, he has no case. He has no criminal case. Bill Cosby had cases. R. Kelly had cases. Diddy had cases and indictments and warrants. That man ain't got no warrants. When are we gonna come to a conclusion that man either did something wise by staying out of the way, let the justice system do it? See, y'all love the justice system, except for when it doesn't agree with you. I'm gonna say this again. We love our justice system until it don't agree with us. See, what we wanted Russ to get indicted. We wanted like 15 women to come out like they did with Tiger Woods. We wanted a scandal so we can get all this content like we did with Diddy. Take that. We wanted people to come out the woodworks, and we wanted baby oil to be found in Russell's house. We wanted some woman that's in her 50s now to say, yes, when I was 12, Russell, he touched my baby toe. That's what we wanted. And then when it didn't come out, we're still holding on to the judgment that we thought was going to come, the hammer that was going to slam down on that man in 2019. It ain't coming. Now, let's say it comes. 2027, indictment. Then we can come back to this channel and say, you know what? The brother did this to these young ladies. Russ should go to jail. I'm going to say this again. If indictments come out, warrants come out, for his arrest and they arrest him, I believe that he should go to jail. In the words of Beretta, for all you old school Beretta 1970 fans, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. If he did the crime, then he should do the time. But as of today, in all these years, they had to investigate and put together a case. If they have not put together a case against that man yet, let's not, as black men, put together our own case against a black man. I'm gonna say that again. If the government has not found a case against Russell Simmons yet, a criminal case, let's not go up in our little brains and create a criminal case until we get evidence and proof, and that man is indicted and that man is arrested. Once he's indicted to be arrested, then we can go ahead. Then we can go ahead and say, hey, lock him up. He deserves it. He's earned the right to be locked up. He did something perverted and he should be locked up. But I am not going to sit up here and crucify that man before the government does. And my brother said, shout out to Global Spinner in the building. He said Russ has a team of lawyers and they probably advised him to move abroad for a while. And that could be it too. And I bet you Diddy's lawyers told him, hey, bro, you ain't about to win this one. This is federal. You should have left before. If Diddy would have just went on ahead and left when he was going through that issue with the liquor company, with Ciroc, he should have left and let all that calm down. He should have let all that calm down. Let's be real, fellas. Let's be honest. We all know that Diddy's in jail, not just because of his freaky parties. The party's been going on for years, right? Why is Diddy in jail? Because he kept messing with that white man's money with that Ciroc deal. And he tried to sue them talking about racism. I need more money. And if you don't give it to me, it's racism. Because he saw Jay-Z get away with it with with the label, the liquor company that he was working with, and Jay-Z won the lawsuit. So Diddy tried to sue these people, the Ciroc people, and them Ciroc people knew about them parties, and they were like, "Oh, you want to play with our money? We gonna show you who you are, brother." If Diddy wouldn't have been messing with them Ciroc people, he'd be throwing a party today, and would nobody said nothing. So let's be real with it. We ain't stupid. We ain't stupid. We know what took place with Diddy, trying to do too much. Like your mama say, "See, boy, you're trying to do too much," and that's what got Diddy in jail for 4 years. That's what got Diddy in jail for 4 years. But Russ, where's the indictment? I want y'all to put in the comment section, have y'all heard of any indictment or warrant against Russell Simmons? I haven't. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, we're a team. Y'all can Google it during the show. Y'all can Google it during the show. If there is an indictment, then we'll indict him on this channel too. We'll say, hey, they need to lock that man up next time he comes to the States. But if there's no indictment, I'm tired of seeing people. Johnny Depp just spent millions because of the same ish, that Me Too ish. And come to find out, it wasn't even true. 99% of stuff that she had won these court cases and all this. This man had to spend millions as if it was an OJ case and have it televised to prove to the United States and the world, I'm just a regular dude like Johnny Depp. I like to drink, I like to fuck, and I got a crazy ass woman like a lot of men do. She like to shit on my bed, but hey, I love her. She tried to sell it as if Johnny was a monster, and we believed it. Oh my God, he's a monster. I can't believe. Me too, hashtag. When are men going to wake up in the United States and realize women will lie on your ass? United States is a matriarchy, not a patriarchy. Them days are over. The days where you can have men being men, them days are over. Everybody knows the United States is ran by women. Women won't admit it. Oh my God, we're still fighting for these rights and that rights. Men, it's a patriarchy. No, ladies, it is a matriarchy. American men are getting softer and softer by the minute. We are so soft that we won't even logically think anymore. Men in the United States, now we're thinking with our emotions, our feelings. There was a time when men used to say, hey, let due process have its day. There was a time when men say, hey, the truth gonna come to the light. There was a time when men, I mean, real men would sit back and say, well, let's see what happened, man. If the federal government or the state government don't come after him, I ain't gonna come after him. There was a time when men defended men and just sat back. Men used to defend men this way. Check it out. We would shut up. Remember that? Remember the time where something would be, a man would be accused of something, and you'd be like, Men used to say, hey, dog, you better handle that, dog. You handle it. Go ahead, handle that, dog. Not anymore. Not anymore. Any accusation that's made towards a man in the United States, y'all act like it is stamped on his forehead that he is guilty. No, go ahead. I already asked y'all. Google it. Put the indictment in the comment section. Any article that talked about that he's indicted, so we can sit back and say, now lock him up. Any warrant out for the arrest of Russell Simmons, put it in the comment section. We'll read it. You know, I ain't funny style. Bring your receipts, because I'm bringing receipts about how this man is living. If I'm bringing receipts, why can't y'all? Or your receipts don't exist and you just repeating some shit that you heard before. We got to stop doing that to each other as men, man. We should be like Russ and Usher, full of smiles. Full of smiles. See, Usher, remember when women turned on him, he got HIV. He got disease. He out there giving women herpes. Remember that? See, y'all forget so easy when women turned on Usher. Remember that? Before he got the contract in Vegas, women was tearing Usher down for like a good 6 months. The same women that y'all think will tear down Usher will tear your black ass down too. Now, I'm not saying all women in the United States, so do not, I know how y'all love to misquote Andre. Goodness gracious, stop being so sensitive. But if you cannot put an article of an indictment or a warrant in any state, and I'm giving y'all time, y'all know how long I talk, to Google it, to ChatGPT, to look in DeepSeek, look for it. If you don't find it, stop talking like women do. Stop talking like single baby mamas do. I'm tired of hearing men talk like single baby mamas about a man and then when you ain't talk about Russ, you talk about the next man. And if you ain't talk about the next man, men talk too much about men now. I wonder, like, what the hell is going on? I'm gonna tell y'all something before we go back to the video. In all honesty, I love being outside the United States if this is one of the reasons, just one. I can turn these cameras off and I ain't got to worry about a bunch of damn men in the United States in my business once these cameras go off. Y'all only know as much about Andre and Andrea that we let y'all know. And it's sad that I got to feel like once these cameras off, it's not about getting away from the ladies. Ladies ain't done nothing to me. It's you men that's always opening up your mouth. Men, we attacking each other too much. We got to stop all that, man. Like I said, man, it's great to see us smiling and having a good time outside the United States. But you dudes is backing us on the plantation. How's this man been walking actually flew back to the United States, taking care of business, walking down the street. I got the receipts. Ain't nobody locking him up. Where's the warrants? Because y'all talk like he got warrants. That's what I'm saying. America, you talk like the indictment ink is out there. Where's the warrants? If it ain't no warrants and ain't no indictments, take it from a dude that's been locked up. You don't know what you're talking about there in America. Leave that man alone. No wonder he ain't trying to come back. Shit, I wouldn't come back if y'all was coming at me like that. That man gave y'all the history of hip hop through his business mind. That man gave you DMX and Jay-Z. He gave you Wu-Tang Clan and Method Man. That man gave you Dana Dane and he gave you Slick Rick. That man gave y'all LL Cool J and the damn Beastie Boys. Jekyll and Hyde. Come on now. What more is he supposed to do for y'all? American men, can you tell me that? Nobody with a business mind in the business arena has done more for hip hop, at least in the record industry, than Russ. What more can the man have some peace? See, I don't expect the women to give him peace, but damn, I was really hoping men would at least wait to see if he get indicted, to wait and see if he gets some criminal charges, to wait and see if he got a warrant out for his arrest. This man ain't had a damn warrant out of his arrest since pandemic. Not one warrant. And y'all still talking about gossip. Yeah, I heard that, da-da-da-da-da, and then I heard about the da-da-da-da, then I heard the da-da-da-da-da. Man, I'm glad I ain't got no. Hey, if this how men in the States turn on you, I can understand it. I need to make sure on all facets, I'm on the straight and narrow. I mean, I'm on the straight and narrow, because I see how a lot of men in the States, black, white, and others, will turn on your ass faster than women will. That I have realized. Men will turn on men these days far faster than a woman would. That's a damn shame. Not talking about you, global spinner, and I'm not talking about anybody in the group. I'm just talking American men in general. I'm not talking. No, so I want to get some clarity, because I know global spinner is up there on the screen. I'm not talking about you, brother, because I agree with you 100%, and I agree with 40 as well. Yeah, he owes $9 million in unpaid settlements. Absolutely correct. In Bali, he can't be served. Absolutely correct. I agree with that. Settlements. Absolutely correct. Where's the indictments? Where's the warrant? You guys talk as if it's criminal charges. You caught that? We all agree that he owes settlements. So we all like Bill Cosby, like who else that was like that? Tiger Woods with some of the ladies. Those dudes always paying off somebody. Is white men do it, black men do it. They got money. They always pay people off. Got you. Lawsuits, pay it off, right? That's just the American way. Somebody gonna sue you if you got money. Pay it off. I got you. Where's the indictments? The criminal indictments. I don't give a damn about civil. America, we will sue for everything. We will sue. When it comes to America, I'm never moved about somebody on settlements. We sue about everything. It's always somebody in court for, if you got money, you go into court. I don't care if you're the cleanest dude there is. Somebody will sit up there and bump into you at McDonald's and you will say, excuse me. And they recognize that you got millions. Next thing you know, they're on the news saying, and he almost ripped my arm off. He was enraged. Settlement. So I agree with you guys in regards to the settlement. I really do. Like I said, I need, as a man that knows what it's like to be locked up and put away, I need indictments. I need warrants. I don't even need proof. If they do the indictments, that means that they have the proof. If they got the warrants, that means that they got the indictments and they got the proof. Got the proof. I know, and did he know? When it comes to America, shit, let any of us get past $5 million. If you think that you're gonna make more than $5 million in the United States, and ain't nobody coming for some of that money, shit. Ask your baby mama. If you think ain't nobody gonna fabricate something against you, you worth more than $5 million in the States, shit. In the United States, shit. As a man, you think you gonna actually walk away in life $5 million, $10 million deep, and ain't nobody gonna come out to you? Shit. Not in our man, go ahead, be worth $5 million and go fuck anybody. Go on, have sex with any of them sisters in the States. Man, they will have your ass in court, talk about you that did something to them. You like, girl, wait a minute, what are you talking about? We was in a relationship for 3 years, Your Honor. And one night he came home in a drunken rage and took the coochie. Settlement. And you looking at her 35-year-old ass, you like, this, man, we were together for 10 years. She was with me when I had $500 in my pocket. Now she trying to get me for my paper. Settlement. Don't you ever think that you can blow up in the United States and ain't nobody coming for you. Go ahead. If you want to do some homework, you need to do some homework on how many times people that are in hip hop been unnecessarily sued. Some of your favorite people in music, the producers, some of your favorite movie actors and actresses have been sued. Some of your favorite sports people. You got my man DJ Metcalf. They purposely made him upset enough to where, you know, the brother that was the receiver for DK Metcalf, the receiver for Pittsburgh, he not only lost $50 million in endorsements, he lost all his wages for the next 2 games, and the person who he kind of snatched is suing him. Settlement. And that person knew they were saying what they were saying to whom they were saying it to. They knew what they were doing. You think they weren't edging on DK Metcalf, the receiver for Pittsburgh Steelers? DK said the dude said something racist to me. We don't know what he said, but we know that you lost $50 million in endorsements. We know that you lost the money that you would have made because you got suspended for 2 games. And we know that that person is now about to get some money out of you. Settlement. Settlements is America's middle name. So yeah, you're right. He does owe the settlements. I agree with that 100%. Bill Cosby paid the settlements and still went to jail. In other words, indictment still came out. Once again, once we see Russell's indictments and we see warrants, I will say personally, lock his black ass up if he's found guilty. Yes, if he was messing with young ladies like that back in the day, lock his ass up like y'all did Bill Cosby, like you did R. Kelly, like you did Puffy. Lock their ass up. But it's been 5-6 years. And we still ain't seen no indictments, no warrants. And I am not going to walk around looking at this man as if he already has indictments and warrants. That's all I'm saying. Now, we can agree to disagree, but I still ain't seen none of y'all throw no information to showcase any indictments that y'all pulled up on Chat GPT. I'm scrolling, fellas. I don't see no warrants, no indictments that y'all show. Andre, here's the link. Click the link to his indictments. I don't see them. Andre, go ahead and click the link to his warrants. I don't see y'all. I've been talking for almost 2 hours. It don't take 2 hours to find indictments. It don't take 2 hours to find warrants, or at least a news headline that says Russell is on the run. He's got 5 warrants out for his arrest. If I was a black man and I knew that I wasn't guilty for what they try to make me guilty of, I'd have laid low too. I kid you not. I'd have been gone and laid low too and let the justice system do what it's going to do. If they're doing investigations to prove that I did what I did, and they come with an indictment, okay, cool, that's one thing. But if this the funny part, all y'all talking about, hey, he ran the dot to Bali, to Bali, Indonesia. See, well, they can't extradite him from there. The man ain't got no warrants to be extradited for. That's the part that we're not catching on to. This is a black man with not one warrant looking for him. We have been programmed to think, yeah, he went to Bali because they won't send him back. He could have went to any country. Ain't no warrants to send back because of. There is no indictments. And I don't think anybody's talked about it quite yet on social media. This man has not been indicted yet. If he does, we'll talk about it like that. But thus far, from what we're seeing, this man is living a good life. And that's my point. This whole live stream is dedicated to let you see how black men are living some good lives outside of America because of the hell that they could be living if they stayed in America. So yeah, I agree with the settlements. I kid you not. I 100% agree with the settlements. And I think he should pay them. I'm going to say this again. I believe that man should pay those women. Anybody that's a part of the 9 million, I thought it was 3 million, but anybody that's part of the 9 million that he owes, they should get their money. Yes, they should. I agree with that. You settled, like Jesus say, pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. You wrote on a piece of paper, say, yes, I will give these people up to $9 million. He should pay those people their money without a doubt. But even when he pays them, I am not going to walk around and act like that man got federal indictments waiting for him like he did he. Because he doesn't. And until we see it or hear about it, I'm not going to fabricate it up here just for views. Just for views. Yeah, Hannibal, he said, like Russ, he said, I was hoping all this bullshit wasn't true. Seriously. I'm just the way that I am because we don't have any proof yet. Let's put it like this, guys. I'm not for or against. Like I say, if he's indicted and warrants come out, I'm against. Lock his ass up. If he's found guilty, lock him up. Just like with the settlements. Hey, you agreed on the settlements? Pay those people. No excuses. Pay those people. Same thing on the other side, though. If I ain't got no proof, I'm not going to be one of them dudes that's... See, the cool thing about living outside the United States, you can think for your damn self. You ain't got to follow the herd. See, in the United States, we are programmed to follow the herd. If it's on the news or social media said, it got to be true, right? If Fox News says it, if MSNBC, if my favorite YouTuber or TikToker said it, it's got to be true. When you don't live in the States as a black man, your brain can breathe. You're not using your emotions as much. And all of a sudden, you're a rational thinker. And you can look at it from a bird's eye view and say, wait a minute. Y'all say he ran to Bali. Okay. From what? He's indicted. Where's the indictment? He's got warrants. Because that's how y'all been talking about it. Like this man got 15 warrants waiting for, as soon as he step in the States, he going to prison. That's how y'all been selling it. This man ain't even got a goddamn indictment. He ain't no grand jury met up about Russell. All he got is settlements, and everybody got hearsay settlements. Well, she said this, she said that. Well, let me go ahead and settle. And yeah, she said this, she said, you know what? Let me go ahead and settle and do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me go and settle. Now this man is walking the streets of New York. What more do you want? He's walking the streets of New York, no indictments. I'm talking about now, today. No warrants. Came back to America, slid his passport. Welcome back to, you know how they tell you in customs, welcome home. Stamped his passport like they stamp our passport. Not one indictment, not walking down the street, living his life in New York and heading back to Bali most of the time. What more do y'all want to see that man is not getting indicted anytime too soon? Now, if it comes out, cool. But for what we've seen over the last few years, what we've seen, nothing yet. Nothing. And I've been asking y'all, put some evidence in the comment section. Since y'all so adamant about following the herd when it comes to this black man, go and put the evidence. So we got the evidence of Floyd getting locked up. We could pull out the evidence on YouTube with some crazy stuff that Floyd was doing in the States with the police. So we got evidence that Floyd ain't right. Where's the evidence that I've been waiting for y'all to put something in the comment section? Ain't nobody searching nothing. You ain't found nothing yet. If you ain't found nothing, do like the old school black men. Don't say nothing. Remember I said old school black man, you'd be like, ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Be like the old school black men when it came to black men. Just let it play out. Let's see how it's gonna play out. If you get indicted, okay. If you get warrants out, okay, we got that. But the way we've been talking about this black man, we should be ashamed of ourselves as black men. We should be ashamed. We're sending the slave catchers to catch a slave that ain't never ran away. If we were slaves on a plantation and we told Massa, one of your slaves that ran off. Which one of my slaves that ran off? Russ. He done ran off, Massa. And the Russ standing right there in the fields working. But we steady believing that Russ done ran off, and Russ is standing in the fields right there working with the rest of the slaves. But we were to snitch to Massa. I don't get it, black man. I've been gone almost a decade, and I understand there's a new breed of black men that's walking across the United States that I haven't experienced yet. I understand that. I'm not stupid. I'm not going back to the United States when I do go back and act like I still understand everything. No, the United States has moved on beyond me. There's a new breed of black man out there. And he will gossip about black men. He will backbite black men. He'll put down black men. He'll use his emotions before he uses his logic. He's not accountable for anything. That's that new breed of black men. I can't relate to it. That's that new breed of black. He complains about everything. He ain't about to change nothing. He want to be a victim to everything, which allows him to be the laziest thing. That's that new breed of black man. Anything a woman says, he believes. He will simp for sex all day long. He ain't got no dick discipline ever again. He's paying for $500 luncheons. As soon as the female get up, she gonna smash the other dude. That's that new breed of black man that's walking around the United States that I don't know nothing about. I can't lie. So if y'all think I can relate to every black man that's walking around, dude, I've been gone too long. And a lot of you other brothers who travel, you've been traveling too long. You can't relate to this new breed of black men that's wearing dresses and skirts and carrying purses. When I left, wasn't no black men carrying no goddamn purses, not no heterosexual men. Y'all got basketball players carrying purses and wearing skirts, hip hop dudes. You got dudes that's on music videos giving the devil head, a black man. I can't relate, bruh. I don't know why y'all try to get me to relate to black men that automatically assume another black man is guilty. I still, and thank you, and they wearing bonnets. When I left, wasn't no damn dudes wearing bonnets. Men were wearing do-rags, but wasn't wearing no bonnet. Now I go back to the United States, y'all wearing bonnets? Shower caps? Dude, it's a whole new black man out there. Y'all be 45 years old in shower caps in the grocery store. Man, no, it's a whole new breed of black man, man. I can't relate to that. I can't. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You grown men, I can relate to. And I don't mean by age. I'm talking about responsible, focused men. Old school focused. Not distracted by rumors. Old school black men. But you new school dudes, I ain't hating because I can't relate to you. So don't think that my little rant was about hating on the new school black men. I ain't hating on y'all because I can't relate to y'all. I'm serious, man. And I'm not saying that flippantly. There's a new breed of black men that's walking around the United States. I be looking like. And you know what I do when I'm in the States? Anybody will tell you for the most part, unless I'm with you grown men, what do you see Andre doing? I shut the fuck up when I'm in the United States. I'm serious. I don't say too much in the States. Unless I'm with you guys at the Black Manosphere Conclave. When I'm in the States, bro, I'm like Casper the Friendly Ghost, the friendliest ghost you'll know. I don't say nothing to nobody in the States. Unless I'm talking to you guys, I don't stop nobody. I don't bother nobody. I walk into a store. I'll get what I need and I walk right out. I go back to my hotel room or my Airbnb. I'll visit family. I'll visit friends. I don't speak to anybody in the States. I cannot relate to the country. I've been gone too long. And I'm not going to pretend like I can relate to the States. I'm not going to sit up here and be in the States and fake like I understand what y'all going through with your grocery store prices. I don't understand your grocery store prices. I don't understand the prices that you go through and the stress that you go through with older people going through. Should I get my medication or should I get a meal? I guess I'm going to skip my meal and pay for my medication. I can't relate to somebody skipping a meal because they got to get medication. I cannot relate to women that are not feminine. I'm used to being in a whole country of feminine ass women, a whole continent of feminine women. I don't know what it's like to be with women that's mouthy and backbiting and lying and loud. I ain't used to that no more. So when I'm in the States, instead of pretending like I can relate to y'all, dude, I'm probably the quietest motherfucker that you have ever met. I don't say nothing to nobody in the States. And it's not about being bougie. It's about that I know and I acknowledge that the United States has passed me on. It's a new version of the United States out there. And I don't understand it. And I'm not going to waste my time asking questions about the new United States. You got a new president. When I left, it was not the Democrats versus the Republicans. They used to talk like we're working across the aisle with each other. When I left, Democrats and Republicans always used to use this term. I'm working across the aisle. We're working with each other. Now, this new government, man, they got y'all breaking up y'all families if y'all don't like Trump. If you a Democrat, your family calling you a liberal, what is wrong with you? We don't need you in our church. They kicking y'all out of church now? I can't relate to that. This new America. I kid y'all not. I shut the fuck. I keep my mouth shut. I do not judge. I don't be walking around America like I am quiet. Y'all see me on this microphone because of this show. But other than this show, I'm quiet in the United States, bro. I'm quiet like T-Mac. If you ever met T-Mac, that's a quiet soul, man. T-Mac will talk to you. If you don't go say nothing to T-Mac, he ain't gonna say shit to you. He's a quiet, like mellow tone, just one of them dudes that's got their own level of peace. That's me when I'm in the States, man. I got partners, man, that be like, Dre, you want to go out? No, dog. You know why I don't go out in the States? I can't relate to y'all. What the fuck am I going out for? What am I going to a club for? What am I going to a cigar bar for? The only time I went to a cigar bar was during a Black Manosphere conclave, and it took them dudes 3 days out of the 4 days of the conclave to get me to meet them at a cigar bar. They finally got me at the cigar bar, and I had a great time with the conclave brothers. If it was just some regular ass brothers that had asked me to go to a cigar bar, I would have never showed up. And it took my own brothers 3 days to get my ass there on the 4th day. Them dudes ask me every day, hey, Dre, we go to the cigar bar. International Quiet Storm. Hey, we're about to go to the cigar bar, Dre. You want to go? Yeah, I'll meet y'all there. My ass ain't show up. I'm on the phone with Andrea. Hey, it's true. I'm on the phone with Andrea. Shit. And then I finally said, when the brother asked me on the last day, he said, Dre, this is the last day of the conclave, man. Come hang out with your brothers, man, at the cigar bar. I was like, you know what? Andre, get your ass out this hotel room and go hang out with your boys. Because these are your boys. And I had a great, great time, man. I kid you not. I had a great time. If it was any other group, even some of my old friends from the past, I wouldn't have went. I can't relate. And that might be one of the reasons why Russell just comes to the United States, hangs out a little bit, and leaves. Because he can't relate, man. Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all something. All you dudes that plan on living outside the United, and all you ladies that plan on living outside the United States one day, you better be ready to feel like I feel one day. You're gonna get to a point where you can't even relate to your own home country. Like I always say, the United States is the girl that I took to the prom, but she don't look like that no more. She don't look like that no more. He said, I'm going ahead to Guatemala in a few hours. He said, you been there? Yeah, yes, I have. He said, do you know anything about it? Are you talking about Guatemala? Are you talking about in the El Peñon area where the rock is? The rock of Guatapé? I'm thinking about Guatapé. No, I don't know about anything about Guatemala. So if any of you guys do in the comment section, let us know. Let's go back and finish off with Russell Simmons. And then I'll hit the super chats. Shout out to you guys.
She had a little bit to say on her Instagram story. Now, Consultation Simmons took to her Instagram story and said, what is this I'm seeing in the news today? LOL, y'all are some wild boys, for real, for real. Then went on to say, not by my bed. And if you guys are unfamiliar with what she is talking about, Russell Simmons recently took to his Instagram to express his admiration for Usher, saying how Usher was there for him at his lowest point. He then went on to post a series of pictures and videos of him and Usher hanging out, doing hot yoga, and hanging out with his friends in Bali. Now, this caused a lot of backlash because people cannot understand, after Usher has had such an amazing year, why would he hop on a plane and go hang out with Russell Simmons? This is based off of the pure fact that people are speculating Russell fled the country and moved to Bali to escape lawsuits and essay allegations. Now, I know Consultation Simmons has a lot of dirt on Russell Simmons, considering the fact that she met him in 1992 when he was 35 and she was 17. So if anybody knows any behind the scenes tea, or if anybody knows about the skeletons in the closet, she is the person. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. I'm definitely waiting.
Yeah, this how the new men talk. Even the LGBTQ men back in the day didn't talk like this. It's a whole new America, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't know, Zay. I wouldn't know anything about the area. Yeah, not Antigua. Nope. Yeah, it's a whole new breed of even the LGBTQ dudes. You kind of figure what the LGBTQ dudes used to be about. Now it's a whole new different breed. They really talk like women, but hey, shout out to them.
For Kimora to drop some type of documentary or book, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace.
Guess who's having the best Christmas ever? Russell Simmons.
This video dropped just a few days ago. And Russ is enjoying himself.
The music mogul is happily spending quality time.
That's his daughter, once again, who was there for his birthday. Where y'all saying a man living up in a tree house somewhere. That's what y'all thought. Y'all thought that because him and his daughter was beefing at one point in time, that they'll never reconcile. This is the second video we've seen. She just having a good time with her daddy.
Time with his daughter Aokili in beautiful Bali. Now, this is big news because earlier this year, these two were in a pretty public spat. But look at them now. Russell's singing a different tune, saying there's no greater gift for a dad than his daughter. He's calling it the best Christmas any father could have. Talk about a holiday miracle. It just goes to show family bonds can overcome any obstacle. Who else is feeling the warm fuzzies? Drop a heart in the comments if you're loving this father-daughter reunion. This is an Insta News break.
She wasn't even. This is New York. Russell spotted low-key in New York City after New Year's, laying low in Bali, or after so many years laying low in Bali.
And a 10. Hey man, that's Russell. How you feeling, sir? Can I give you some water?
I want to buy some water.
You want to buy some?
Yeah, I don't want to give you shit, nigga.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. That's what I need.
He don't look like a man that's scared to be on camera. He don't look like a man that ain't got no money in his pocket. He don't look like a man that's not walking around the park and enjoying himself in New York. He don't look like a man that doesn't have his daughter on his team. He looks like a man that's just like a lot of you dudes in the States, got bitter baby mamas. How many of y'all got bitter baby mamas that remind you of Kimora Lee? You think Kimora Lee is happy that their daughter is happy with her daddy and flying out to Bali to go see her daddy all the time? You think Kimora happy about that? Hell no. Just like y'all got bitter baby mamas, no matter what you do, no matter how close you are to your kids, your baby mama bitter. What you think Russell goes through? Money don't keep you from having a bitter baby mama. This man is walking free in New York, taking photos. Shout out to Frank in the building. Like the mustache, Frank. Like the mustache. Frank says it's great to leave the U.S. So for all y'all that haven't seen Russell back in the States, he's taken, from the homework I've done, he's taken several trips back to the States. And this man don't look like he in hiding. He not ducking from the FBI like Diddy, ATF, DEA. He ain't hiding from nobody. Doesn't look like the State Department put out warrants off of his arrest like they did President Trump when he was a candidate. He ain't got 39 indictments waiting for him. Yeah, he came back to get his money. That's for real, from those shares from Baby Fat. Yeah, she sold off, worth billions. Absolutely correct. She did that dude dirty, man. Yep. Because she showed some shares that belong to him. Absolutely correct.
Yes, sir. Were you the former owner of Webcam? How many ones? Just one? Thank you. Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
Let me get a picture of him real quick. What's up, boss?
What's going on?
This is Russell Simmons right here.
Oh, you gonna have to pay me for this, buddy.
Yeah, man. I just gave you. Don't pay nothing for it, do you?
I gotta pay everything for it.
You ain't pay shit for it. This nigga, I just gave him $5 for $2 water.
That's true, Russell. I just gave you $5 for a $2 water, and you want this brother to charge. You want to charge this brother to take a photo of us together. You want to charge him. That's why Russ say, "Damn, dog, you don't know how to pay it forward."
Yeah,
Take a picture.
that's fire. God bless you, man. Keep doing your thing.
American celebrities are joining the exodus out of the United States. Beyonce and Jay-Z, who are both billionaires individually and together, are currently building a 58-acre compound in the Cotswolds area of the United
Kingdom. Jay-Z and Beyonce. I know how y'all gonna spend this. That's because they on the run because the indictments are coming for them. I know Americans. I know how y'all talk. We sit up there and say yes because they're gonna be on the run and they're gonna go to UK and da. Because Americans don't want to ever admit that somebody want to get out of America because of America. I don't never hear y'all say that one. I'm about the only one on this platform that's actually saying I am leaving America because of America, except for a few sisters and a few white folks. But I don't never hear the brother say it. I'm about the only brother that say I'm leaving that mama because of that mama.
Kingdom. The thing is that they're not the only ones leaving. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi have already moved. Richard Gere moved to Spain. Courtney Love also moved to the UK. And Angelina Jolie plans an exit out of the United States as well. This is not anecdotal. According to Henley & Partners, which is a massive firm specializing in high net worth global relocation, their inquiries for U.S. citizens looking to leave the United States are up 183% year over year. This is the biggest spike.
183%. That means if you don't leave, don't worry, somebody else is.
They have ever recorded. And these people can literally afford to go anywhere in the world. But the point is that where they're choosing to go is out of the US.
5 celebrities who fled the United States after P. Diddy's arrest. Number 5, Leonardo DiCaprio. He has been in Europe for some time and is on an extended vacation in France and Italy. He seems to have a sixth sense about P. Diddy's troubles, as he hasn't set foot on American soil since the scandal broke out. Number 4, Usher. After his recent concert, Usher was spotted at the airport. Some say he went to England or France. In any case, he is keeping a low profile abroad while maintaining his music career. Number 3, Kanye West. Kanye has left the United States to hold an audition in China. It seems that he is using this opportunity to distance himself from any potential repercussions related to P. Diddy's arrest while embarking on his unpredictable global actions.
This is not a political post, but you know how people are always saying if you don't like it, then you can leave? Well, people are. And in rapidly increasing numbers. As you can see, this article reports that there's been a 102% increase in people who have elected for the expat lifestyle, meaning people who are leaving America to go reside in different countries. And the article goes on to cite a few key reasons for this. The main elements being socioeconomic factors that make it difficult and more expensive to live on a daily basis, gun violence and the lack of action to reduce it, and as expected, the increasing political polarization that exists within America. And it's important to note that other countries throughout the world are taking notice of this escalating trend, and they're putting together programs to recruit American professionals to their countries, likely to increase their GDP. I think this will be an interesting trend to monitor and see how it changes over the next few years, especially as this becomes a more realistic lifestyle choice.
So Americans, rich and poor, are packing their bags and leaving the United States of America. From the first 6 months of this year compared to the first 6 months of last year, Americans moving to other countries has increased by 90%.
Wow.
That's right, 90%. And so that's almost double where it was last year. And so, folks, people are seeing the craziness and the chaos and the instability and the violence, and they're just leaving. They're just leaving. Folks, let me know why you think this is happening in the comments, and I'd love you guys to give me a follow. Thank you.
Before we go any further, let's go hit the super chats. I think I already got 40 right there. 40 said, why they leave? 3 words, non-extradition treaty. That is so true, brother. So true. Shout out to Jason being in the building. Mr. Henderson himself. He said, we guilty until proven innocent. Even among our own men, our own brethren, we're guilty until proven innocent. That is so true, brother. Will says this. Shout out to Will. He say, Dre, he say, it's people that will come after you when they know what you got. Yeah, when they know what you got. He said, I've seen it happen. Chicks can be greedy. That is so true. That's why that's why I think I heard Snoop Dogg say this either in a rap or something. He said, give me this. He said, y'all can just give me the money. Y'all can keep the fame. I think it was either DJ Quick or Snoop Dogg that said, give me the money. Y'all can keep the fame. And that's so true, man. He said, anyone with the brain and money should leave America. Sounds good, Frank. It really does. That's so true. Larry Perry in the building. Shout out to Larry. Larry says, he said, Andre, I never thought that I would live to see the day where Americans have become envious of successful, wealthy people. What has happened to the United States? I don't know. I haven't been there. It feels so good to say that. That's why I'm laughing. I won't lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It feels good not to have all the answers to what's going on in America. I ain't gonna lie. It feels good. It feels good to say, I don't know. Y'all there, y'all can tell me more than I know. I can only go by what y'all show me. It feels good to say I can tell you about this country, that country, but I can't tell you a damn thing about what's going on back in America. Because think about it, let's be for real. Even on the news, we only get a percentage of what's really taking place for the average American. The news and social media only gives a glimpse. So I really don't even know what is going on. I know you were being facetious. But yeah, man. Yeah, he said, give me the money. Fuck the fame. Seriously, man. My brother says this. He said, man, I'm ready to go. I want to leave. I always tell guys, just be patient. Put together your game plan with that patience. And let me put it like this. Relocating out the United States is not as hard as American citizens make it to be. Is it a challenge? Yes. Is it work? Yes. It is not as hard as America sells it to be. It has to be sold like that. I'll say it again. It has to be sold like that. If you guys knew all it took was this or a little focus with that, and you can have a new life and still live the American dream outside of America, it would have been a lot more people leaving. And that's why you're seeing so many people leave now, because they're discovering by way of social media, me, others, you guys, you're living and traveling, you're living back and forth in and out of America, in and out of Canada. And they're like, that's a regular dude like me. If he did it, if she did it, now people are starting to realize, you mean I can do it? I don't have to. Remember, we all thought that only the rich could do that. Dude, come on, let's rich or military. We didn't know that we average mere mortals could actually live in Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines. We thought that was either military or the rich. We dang sure didn't know that we could live in China. Let's be real. Let's be for real. Do not act like y'all average Americans outside of military. I know what you military brothers, you got experience that many of us don't. Do not act like that you dudes knew that you could live in Poland. You knew that you could live in Hong Kong. I didn't. Okay, maybe you did know that you could live in Japan and you could live in South America or South Africa or Ethiopia or Egypt and Morocco. Maybe you did know that you can go ahead and move to Madrid, Spain. Most of us don't. And they did it on purpose. That's why I always say you will never see America put out a commercial hyping up another country for you to go visit. You might see a commercial for the, you know, for the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands. But when was the last time you see a commercial where they said, hey, you need to go visit Portugal? It's a great place. When was the last time you ain't never seen a video like that in your life? Hey, go to Italy. It's the place to be. It's great food. You ain't never seen that. Hey, Kenya's growing. Come on down to Kenya. You ain't never seen that commercial. And you never will. Ever. America ain't gonna do no commercial for none of those spots, man. None of them. So at the end of the day, my brother said, I'm in Thailand now. Shout out to Twan. Yes, sir. He said, when I was in Japan, he said it felt good to not be noticed. Yeah, that's another thing. Yep. Sometimes you just want to, there's a time in life where you just want life to be silent. You're alive, but you just want some you time. Montrez says this. Shout out to Montrez once again. He said, good. He said, go listen to the Kumo D called They Want Money. It's self-explanatory. Let me write that down. Kumo D, one of my dudes from back in the day. Yes, sir. Let's go back to the video. And shout out to you guys for the donations for tonight. Let's go back here. Move me out of the way.
I don't know why no one's talking about this, but there is a mass exodus of U.S. citizens from the United States. Look, I'm a real estate agent in Costa Rica. I help foreigners move abroad, move to Costa Rica, and make a life here. I've been getting a ton of stories from clients who are absolutely spent. I'm working with a psychiatrist who helps teenagers. And when I asked her why she wants to move to Costa Rica, she said, it's because I have lost all hope.
Wow. She said she worked on the psychiatrist that wants to move to Costa Rica. And I know, right? Our commercials are the YouTube videos. That's a good way of putting it. International Slim. That's a good way of putting it, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep, we're the promoters. We're the promoters. Bobby says they want money, and I can see them miles away. Seriously. But she said things are hopeless in the States. That's why she's moving to Costa Rica. This is what her client said.
My patients have lost hope. And what's worse is I have lost hope too. And how can I possibly be of service to someone else if I don't believe it's not going to get any better? So
wow. We're talking about a clinical psychiatrist for children. The children have lost hope. And the psychiatrist has lost hope. And the psychiatrist said, which is one of her clients who she's helping move to Costa Rica, has said, how can I tell somebody it's going to get better if I don't believe it's going to get better?
what she's doing is saving herself, packing up her bags, and moving abroad.
Wow.
This is where we are.
Americans are leaving this country in record numbers. And I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking packing their bags, booking their flights, and leaving for good. In the first few months of 2025 alone, the amount of people that just said, I'm done, and moved abroad doubled from the year before. That's not just a blip, okay? That's a wave. So why? Same reasons you and I complain about every day. Cost of living going through the roof, political chaos that never seems to end, and the fear of safety even when you're just going to the grocery store. But here's the thing, it's not just dreamers or millionaires doing it. It's normal people. It's people with families. It's young people, old people, retirees, people who are working remote. One common thread holding all of these people together is they just want a dignified life. That's why you're seeing places like Greece, Spain, France, Portugal. Their cafes are filling up with Americans who are just...
More millionaires are moving to the UAE from all religions. They want to do business there. They don't want to tax your dollars. They want your dollars. They want your energy. They want you to be over there.
What does it feel like doing business there compared to here?
Everything's about how can we do business. Yeah. We should have the lowest corporate taxes in the world. We should have the lowest interest rates in the world. We should have the best education, the best health, the best roads. If we don't do that, somebody else is going to do it. That's what they're doing in the UAE right now.
Living in America. Are y'all okay, America? No, seriously, are you guys okay? Because as an American living outside of America,
shout out to the brother from Our Rich Journey.
What I am seeing is very, very disturbing. Is it time for you to leave America? I live here in Portugal. This is my home. I've been here for the past 6 years. I left the US.
Man, dog, and that house is nice. I saw what him and his wife did to that house. They went to Portugal. They invested in ETFs and other investments. They went. I remember when this house was just a regular nothing. Man, they got a vineyard. I'm talking about. They turned a part of it into a nice Airbnb. They've got a group of black expats that they hang out with in Portugal now. They used to live in Japan. His dad moved to Japan. His dad saw them traveling. True story. Dad saw them traveling. They were living in Japan. They lived in Japan for 5 years, moved back to the States, and then they moved to Portugal, right? Brother said, my dad came to visit us in Japan, never left. Never left. Some of you dudes are going to have family members and friends that visit you, and they ain't going to never want to leave. Never want to leave. Shout out to my brother 0 Milligram down here, living his new life in Cali, Colombia. He said his dad never left. I've seen videos of his dad, and now they go visit his dad in Japan. Shout out to them. Shout out to Our Rich Journey. Make sure you guys subscribe to their channel, Our Rich Journey.
And I haven't looked back since. I go back to visit, to hang out, but I could certainly not call it home anymore. Portugal is definitely my home. And recently, when I look at America, I don't recognize it. There's been a shift. And recently, we've been getting a lot of messages from people in the US asking about an escape plan.
You got a nice little orange tree in the backyard. Like I said, they got a vineyard also. So they got the garden, they got the vineyard, they got a swimming pool.
It's a strategy. How is it they can get over here to Portugal and live this life? And if you're watching this video, you are considering making that move. You only need so many signs before you just have to make a choice. You can stay and fight, deal with it, or you can leave.
American Dream. $2,500 rent. $1,000 car insurance. $1,000 car mortgage. $800 child support. $200 electricity and water. $100 phone bill. I remain with only $3. This is my American dream.
What the heck are you putting up in my room? Rent is due on 2 days, Lara.
What?
Rent is due on 2 days.
What do you mean
so
rent?
Make sure you guys don't spend the money.
What do you mean rent?
To pay the rent, so I can pay my mortgage.
What?
You know, it's time tough, Lara.
When I will never pay.
Now it's time tough is different. Now
So even for not just me,
not just you. So before your money spent, I want my collect my rent, make sure I be safe. You know? Yeah, it's not funny. It's time change, Lara.
I've never paid rent in my life. I might as well just move out and be free every Saturday.
You can afford to pay $500.
That's how much you're asking for.
Your rent is $2,000, honey.
You're asking for
$500
$500
for one room.
$500 you want for a 4x4 room.
Yeah, that's all you use this 4x4 room?
Mm-hmm.
You don't use nothing else?
That's it.
Okay, go try. Move out and rent apartment.
For For the first time in American history, millions of seniors are going back to work. They thought they were done. They thought they had earned their rest. But under President Donald Trump, everything costs more. And now even retirement has a price tag. In just 2 years, the basics have become luxuries. Groceries are up 25%, electricity up 40%, rent up 35%, and prescription drugs up 51%. Rent up 35%.
Damn. Clothing up 36%. What is that? Electricity 17%. Electrical equipment 26%. 26.4. Transportation or transport equipment. Goodness gracious, y'all paying like crazy. Say that again, Dr. Keithan. Dr. Keith said this, not in Panama. Not in Panama. And that's how they got y'all programmed. They got y'all programmed to care about who did it and not that it's happening. Well, it happened during Biden. It happened during Trump. Bruh, y'all still paying. And they still got y'all programmed enough to think that to care about who started the fight. Well, if it wasn't for being up under the Democrats, if it wasn't for being up under the Republicans, bruh, that don't mean nothing. Y'all still got to go to the grocery store and pay $92 for 12 eggs. Y'all still sitting up there in a country where you got to think about, am I going to eat my meal or am I going to pay for my medication? I can't pay for both. And y'all still crying about who did it? This is the funny part. Y'all ready? If you blame Trump, he's still rich. And if you blame Biden, he's still rich. And these two dudes sitting up here on money. And y'all still sit up there blaming them as if they gonna get broke because you blame Biden and all of a sudden he gonna be poor. No, he ain't. He ain't gonna be poor. Y'all mad at Trump as if Trump gonna lose his money. No, he ain't. Trump ain't going to the grocery store like y'all going struggling. Paying $52 for a pound of corned beef. He ain't, no. So all you dudes that want to blame Trump or blame Biden, you still paying. You still ain't going nowhere. You ain't going to Panama. Panama right there. Panama is right there. It is one of the easiest visas to get in the world. Easiest residency, great medical, and y'all ass still ain't going nowhere. So if you expect me and the other guys and women that travel to care about who did it, it was the Democratic Senate and the Republican House. We don't care. Y'all still paying. When y'all stop y'all car and go to the gas station and open up that pump don't know nothing about no Biden or no damn Trump. That pump know you better get my money. That's what the gas pump is saying. You better get my money. Y'all sit around blaming somebody. And that's how they got y'all programmed too. They got y'all programmed to blame anybody except the country itself and corporations. Y'all never blame corporations, but you'll blame Trump. Y'all don't blame corporations, but you'll blame Biden. You'll blame the Republicans. You'll blame the Democrats, but you never blame the corporations that run them. But hey, since I don't live in the States, have at it. Do as you will. If it's the battle between the Republicans and the Democrats, so be it. Because when these cameras go off, I am not sitting around worrying about no damn Trump or no Biden when these cameras go off. and the brother in Panama and the other brothers in Brazil and the brothers in Africa and the brothers that are in Southeast Asia, we ain't worried about no damn Biden or Trump either. We let y'all have at it. These cameras go off, we going back to our regular scheduled programming. We do not care nothing about that. We know that corporations run the United States. It's a corporation itself. It's literally incorporated. Literally. It is in, dude, you can look up the incorporation number. All you got to do is Google it. The United States is literally incorporated. And you worried about Biden or Trump? Okay, yeah. And then you know what's going to happen next? Y'all going to fuss about the next president when Trump gone. And you will never fuss about the corporations that control the presidents, control the House and the Senate and the judicial system. What you think the prison pipeline is? The prison industrial complex is? It's called industrial complex. You think they locking up? There are over 3 million Americans in jail right now. County jails, juvenile centers, mental facilities, federal prisons. Who makes money off of it? The state? No. Corporations are making money. That's what's called the prison industrial complex. The prisons are making the money off of it. The corporations that have contracts with the prisons are making money off of it. But hey, like I said, y'all have fun debating about a damn Trump and Biden. Y'all, these cameras will go off and y'all asses sit up there. You used to get a big ass. I remember at one point in time, I used to sit back when I go back to the States. I see y'all with just bags of groceries, putting them into the back of y'all trunk. Now when y'all go to the grocery store, I be seeing Americans, shit. When y'all go to the grocery store, y'all take them 3 bags and put them in the back trunk. I mean, and put them in the back seat. Ain't no use of popping your trunk no more. You used to remember you used to take $150 and you come out that damn grocery store with like 9 or 10 bags of groceries and you pop the trunk and you try to make some room in the back of the trunk and you try to move the spare tire out of the way because you got so much groceries. Shit, take that $150 today. You ain't even opening your trunk. You taking them 3 little small bags that you got for $150 and put them in the back seat and get in your car and drive off. And y'all busy. Wow, y'all busy bitching about a Trump and a Biden. Y'all funny. Hey, sexy boo. Yeah.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all funny, man. I love y'all, man. I really do. Official Kobe says this. Shout out to Kobe in the building. Kobe says this. He said the U.S. is run by the elites. It's obvious now. They don't even hide it anymore. The plutocrats don't even hide it. They're right there in front of us, in front of our face. He said left, right, Democrat, Republican. Yep. It's an illusion. Absolutely correct. And they got us believing this. Well, I'm sorry, my bad. They got y'all believing it. Me personally, when the brother sat back and said it's better in Panama, I would be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and write that down. As soon as this live stream ends, let me do my homework on Panama. Soon as that brother said it's better in Panama, that's what I've been doing. But not y'all. What y'all gonna do? Bitch about a Biden and bitch about a Trump. They said that it's up 183% Americans leaving the United States, and you still ain't caught on, and y'all still talking about some damn Biden and Trump, and Americans leaving out in droves, and then they've already taken away the visa that the intellectual, I forget the name of the visa that Theo knows about, that the intelligentsia could come to America. And I think the visa was like at one point in time, like a 1,000 or something like that. Now it's 100,000 to get that visa. So now the intelligentsia that used to come to America, the brain, the people with brains, they ain't coming to America no more. The broke and the homeless ain't coming no more because they don't want to be caught up by ICE. So ain't nobody coming into America. And you got a whole drove of people leaving, and you worried about a damn Biden and a Trump? Thank you. There we go. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. The HB1 visa. Yep. They got them paying crazy prices for that visa now. And so nobody's coming. And those same, this is the funny part, those same intellectuals that we used to get from India that work tech, now China and Japan found out that they can't afford to leave India and afford to go to the States anymore. They said, don't worry about that. You can come down to our countries. So now all that intelligentsia is going down to China and Japan now. They used to come directly to the States. And y'all worried about a Biden and a Trump? Silicon Valley is in other countries now, and y'all worried about a Biden and a Trump? Old people got to go back to work in their 70s, and y'all worried about a Biden and a Trump as if they were the only presidents we've ever had?
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
No, I even got one better. Let's see if I got it right here. That's y'all. The whole town is laughing at y'all. Silly fool, how'd you lose such a good thing? Whole town's laughing at me. That's y'all. The whole town's laughing at y'all. All you Republicans and all you Democrats, the whole town is laughing at y'all asses. Y'all broke. Y'all insurance premiums are about to go off the roof for medical next year. And y'all talking about some Biden and some Trumps? You said AI is booming in Panama. I bet it is. Yep. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much. The H-1B visa. Let me write that down so in the future, let me do some homework on it and then write it down so I'm on point with it next time I talk about it. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's go back to the video. Ooh, y'all feeling that pinch.
And prescription drugs up 51%. Their pensions are shrinking, their savings drained, their fixed incomes worth half of what they used to be. So they're back on their feet, behind grocery counters, driving city buses, mopping empty offices after midnight. These are the people who built America, who fought its wars, raised its families, and paid its taxes. And now they're fighting just to survive in the country they once built. They were told that hard work would earn them peace, that America would protect them when the work was done. But the promise has broken. Today, millions of seniors are working into their 70s, not for comfort, but for survival, because the cost of living keeps climbing while the value of a lifetime keeps falling. So here's the question. If the people who built this nation can't afford to rest, if retirement itself has become another job, then what happened to the America that was supposed to take care of its own?
I know I'm not the only adult that sits in their car wondering how they're making the most money they've ever made in their entire life, and it still doesn't seem to be enough. My rent is $2,000 a month, and I live in a townhouse. My car note is $535 a month, and that's on the low end compared to what I see a lot of people pay. My car insurance is $370 between two vehicles. And every time I fucking turn around, that shit's going up, and they can't even tell you why, other than that the rates have increased. Fucking why? And then you got some fucking orange man in office trying to convince you that your grocery bill has decreased, but I just went and spent $100 on fucking chips, bread, bananas, apples, some fucking muffins, and hamburger meat. Oh, don't forget the $10 eggs. My HOA just decided to charge me $100 because I left my garbage can sitting out in front of my house for a couple of days because I needed to let it dry after dumping it with bleach because there were maggots in there. You rent from these companies and they penny pinch you on every fucking thing that they can. We are being bullied into poverty by these corporations and billionaires. And we have somebody in office gaslighting us in our face, telling us, oh, no, you're not. I don't understand how the families that are living off $15 an hour, like, how are you doing it? How do you pay your rent? What do you do when your car breaks down? I don't know, dude. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I'm blessed compared to a lot of people, and it's still fucking hard.
And for a lot of you, you're waiting for the sign. You're waiting for something more to tell you that it's time to go. And so on today's video, I want to point some things out to you. These are the signs that you should leave. Let's talk about it. Oh, by the way, welcome to Portugal. So I think the first motivating factor for a lot of people is what's going on politically. You feel ignored. You feel attacked. And more than likely you are being ignored and you are being attacked. It's the reality. But if you're exhausted, this may be the sign. At what point do you say, you know, enough is enough? It's like anyone that's in a relationship and they're trying to communicate with their partner and both people think they're 100% right. At a certain point, that couple separates with something called irreconcilable differences. Are you at that point? That's the first sign. The next thing is economics. The economic instability, the cost of living, just everything that you have been encountering right now feels like you can't keep up, like your dollar is not going as far. Your housing, your food, your transportation, everything is just getting more and more expensive. Even though the government is telling you that inflation is under control, it doesn't feel that way. And you are really scraping by financially. This, to me, this cost of living situation in the US is just out of control. And I don't think you have to stand for that. We have lived in so many countries around the world where it's affordable. And even as an employee in that country, you have a living wage that is sustainable. People are not going into major debt just to cover everyday expenses. And so if you are in that situation in the US and you don't see how it's going to get any better financially, then this should be the next sign to encourage you to go somewhere else. The next thing for a lot of you guys is healthcare. Do you feel like your healthcare is subpar?
Holy crap. So this past year, we were paying, I thought already, an obscene amount of money, like $700 some dollars. And the plan is $1,259 a month.
We just got our benefits for
a month
next year. What I'm currently paying $240 every 2 weeks for is going up to $7.
Let it sink in, because I know a lot of y'all going through it. I know a lot of y'all going through it. With these new premiums that's coming down the turnpike, because Obamacare has been slashed and trashed through the Trump administration.
$109 every 2 weeks. How can I possibly survive paying $1,500 just in medical coverage?
Mine went up $230 a month. I don't think I could pay that. I might be having to go without health insurance.
I just logged in to our health insurance to see what, if we stay on the same plan, what our premium is going to be.
Our health insurance premium has increased from $59 a month to $208.91 a month. I've been here almost a decade, and I'm talking about the insurance here is SURA insurance, SURA, for the best of the best insurance that they have in Colombia. Really nice. Covers everything. $100 a month. And the way our insurance is set up, that if Andrea and I had 7 kids, $100 a month. If I was 63, 73, 83, $100 a month. For those of you that already know, I've had 2 major surgeries in this country. My copay was $0. In my meds, pennies on the dollars compared to the States for the same type of medication that you would take in the States. But y'all want to talk about Biden and Trump, Republicans and Democrats. And this man's insurance for his family is going up from $59 a month. Come on now. He said, I can't complain. He said, I pay $10 a week and I can go to any doctor. Shout out to Choo Choo in the building. That's what's up. Say, sisters are struggling. He said, and I for one, I'm not lifting a finger to help. Yeah, they're coming after. I was watching videos. They're coming after those sisters for the student loans. They are garnishing, starting next year, they're garnishing their checks. So all those sisters that was like, we went to school, we got our degrees, they plan on garnishing those checks starting in January. And just like men ain't tripping. Why? Shoot, men used to our checks being garnished by way of child support or whatever else payments that we have to make, right? Men already used to that. Women, they ain't used to seeing their checks garnished in masses. These sisters about to feel the pinch of garnishment. And sisters ain't used to not having their tax return. In April, if they are garnishing your check, you are not getting a tax return. These same sisters that brag about getting all them degrees, the pipers come. And you got to pay the piper, sisters. He's not lying. It's the sisters out here, they struggling already because of job losses. They really, and Section 8 has changed. Food stamps is gone. Government assistance is in shambles. It's a fraction of what it used to be. And now they got to get garnished for the student loans. They about to sell that coochie to y'all at a discount. He said, maybe I'll stinking ass need to build up a fucking 5-star hotel in Portugal. And we can meet Uncle Russ. He said, and we can meet the Ask Uncle Russ. I don't know who Ask Uncle Russ is. But I get what you're saying, Kenny. Zeta says this: as soon as they complain about their garnishment checks, he said, I'm gonna show my checks. I didn't go to college. For real. Let's see if her degrees will pay for that. Shout out to my man Aiken in the building. He said, and don't forget about the medical debt clemency being overturned post C-19. This is true. This is true. Let's go back to the video. This is sad. This is really sad for my man.
For 2026, $1,208.91 a month. I don't know if we can keep our heads above water next year.
I found out today from the marketplace that instead of paying $650 a month for health insurance for my son and me, I'm now going to be paying with my current plan $1,151 and some cents per month for my monthly premium. This is why Democrats haven't signed the bill. This is why they're refusing to sign, because they knew that people like me were going to see our health insurance premiums double without the subsidies, the premium tax credits.
I'm on the Affordable Care Act, and next year my premium is going to be $34,000, and my out-of-pocket will be $15,000. This is Maine. My health care has the potential for being $49,000, and I retired early to take care of my terminally ill mother. My husband makes $50,000, brings home $50,000 a year. Our health care could possibly be $49,000 out of a $67,000 income, which is 77% of our annual income. Well, my insurance next year. So that means I won't be getting it, because who can afford that? I will probably not get insurance next year because I literally can't afford it. And this right here is cancer on my face. My last appointment's in December, and my doctor's guessing that I will need more treatment, but I won't get it. I might be one of the 51,000 people that dies next year of cancer. And, I know there's all kinds of reasons why he voted to open the government, but he needs to do everything in his power to get the ACA subsidies reinstated. And frankly, I feel like we've lost our leverage. We've lost our leverage. And that means I might lose my life.
I had a baby in the U.S. and today my medical bill is posted, so let's see how much they are. Any guesses?
Millions.
Oh no!
What the hell is going on in the States? To have a baby in the U.S., $243,563.36. Let's not forget that all-inclusive 36 cents. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. For all y'all that talk about the passport bros leaving for the women, when y'all gonna stop lying to America knowing we leaving because of this? When y'all hear me say I'm leaving because of America, I want y'all to think about this here, the stuff that we've been looking at tonight. Y'all get them pregnant, y'all pay the price. I thought child support was expensive. Goodness gracious, guys. I thought child support was expensive. Really? Like, really? That's a house. Not a house note. That's a house. I don't even know. I don't even know, Simon. For real. For real, bro. You can't hand the baby back. Once it's out, it's yours, including the bill. Zeta said, I'm singing the child. He said, I travel when I'm ready. See, all y'all dudes that like to nut up in them chicks in the States because it feels so good. Because the sex feels so good. Y'all better think about it, man. Seriously. Damn. Let me ask ChatGPT on average in the United States. Let me give some shout outs over on the Cash App. Shout out to my brother Lawrence over on the Cash App with the $20 love. Appreciate you, brother. And shout out to my brother Walter with the $25 love over on the Cash App. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Really do. Let me scroll down, make sure I got everybody. Let me shout out to my brother Will, who's always showing some love over on the Cash App, going to the Children's Cancer Foundation. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. Let me ask ChatGPT something. I want to find out what the average is. What is the average cost of having a child in the United States in 2025? Yeah, they had to have their child somewhere because it says that the average cost. Oh, well. Wait a minute. Ooh. Okay, that one says raising it. Childbirth, depending on the location, can be between, with no insurance, $18,000 to $50,000. Like you guys said, I don't know where she had her baby, but on average across the country. Let me see if it's New York. Give me this stat for a person or a couple that's having a baby in the state of California. Let's see. Yeah, California is only 30 to 45,000 without. I don't know where she had that baby, but that is one expensive child. Yeah, maybe she had complications. That could be true. That's a good. You know what? I didn't think about that. That's a good analysis. Yeah, C-section. That could be true. Good analysis, gentlemen.
Welcome to the U.S., kid. You need to get a job, little lady. Your bills are expensive.
First thing in the morning, all Americans coming across the border to get their dinner work done.
Americans walking to Mexico to get dinner work done.
You said, I know, right. We're all coming to get our dinner work done because it's so expensive in America. You think? It's actually disappointing, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
no, it's disappointing.
One front tooth, they wanted $3,000 for it.
What? Wow. And how much are
I have heard guys that come down here to, you know, because I always got dental information. So guys will come down for dental work and it will say like, Dre, one root canal is like this, or this dental is like 3,000, or this was Yeah, it can't be the $60 teeth cleaning. Give me the list of costs for dental work in the United States, such as tooth replacement, root canal, crown, braces, and the cost of veneers in the United States. Give me that list. Let's see how much it costs on average in the United States. Man, y'all, she ain't lying. She is not lying. A single dental implant, meaning a crown, in the United States is $3,000 to $7,000 per tooth in the United States. A full mouth replacement, let's say your teeth are just done, $30,000 to $50,000 for a full mouth replacement in the United States. For a root canal in the United States, $500 to $18 for one tooth. With the crown replaced after the root, with the root canal, let's say you need a crown after that, that is $1,800 to $5,000 for root canal work and a crown if you need the crown. Just a dental crown by itself, $800 to $3,000 just for a crown alone. Braces in the United States can go from $3,000 traditional metal to $7,000. The clear braces, $4,000 to $8,000. The lingual or the behind the teeth braces that they have, $8,000 to $13,000. The clear aligners, $3,000 to $8,000. Porcelain veneers in the United States per tooth. Per tooth, $925 to $2,500 per tooth. The composite, composition veneers, $250 to $1,500 per tooth. In a full set of teeth, 6 to 8 teeth, a full set like I have. If I got my teeth done in the United States, $8,000 to $24,000 in 2025. She didn't lie. She did not lie. $2,000 for one, $3,000 for one tooth in the United States. We're talking about average costs. We're not talking about California. We're not talking about New York. We're talking about you could be in Chicago. You could be in Detroit. You could be in Kansas. You could be in Wyoming, Kentucky, the DMV. He said, damn, the NBA sends you boys to school for orthodontists for real. He said, guess mine will stay a little crooked. Not me. I'm getting on a flight. I'm getting on a flight. I'll be in Panama. I'll be in, so many dudes come down here for teeth work in Colombia. Man, please. Where do you think Rick Ross got his teeth done? Cali. Tekashi 6ix9ine, Cali. Kanye West, right down the street, Cali. Cardi B, right down the street, Cali. Even rich people ain't paying American prices. He said, Dre, he said, my civilian dentist said that I need 5 root canal and 3 crowns. He said, when I went to the VA, the dentist said my teeth were fine. Let that sink in. Doctors are only out to make money. Yes, sir. They got to pay for those golf clubs somehow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all pay in the States. I ain't gonna lie. He said people just don't understand they are slaves to the corporations. You make the money, they take the money. He said, my boy is getting his teeth done next month here in Cali. He said he will get a few implants, few implants, like 8 or 9 for $900. And that's not $900 each. That's the full price. Like I said, in the States, you got to decide over medical or your meal, but you can't have both. He said that's Bentley. He said that Bentley is not going to pay for itself. Preach. Preach. That Bentley is not going to pay for itself. Goodness gracious. He said the last time they told me that this last time they told me is that you would have to get 100%, or unless there's an emergency, to see a dentist, crime, bloody murder. Y'all better than me, man. See, these are my arguments that I would give to anybody that's on social media when it comes to the United States. I don't care nothing about when they talk about something we leaving for women. They can sell that lie to somebody else. And that's why I be talking about the Pookies and the Ray Rays, that we don't want to deal with them and that we're not part of them in the travel group, because at the end of the day, these are the reasons why we leave. Not those reasons that they try to sell y'all. Goodness gracious. Let's go back to the video. We don't have much left.
They charging you down here?
900.
Exactly, 900. Look at this. All Americans coming across the border.
Well,
but yet we have the wall up.
I got it for 10.
Can you get a doctor's appointment? Can you afford to go to the hospital when you're sick? Are you truly getting the best health care the world has to offer? Because that is certainly what the American healthcare system and CEOs will tell you, that this is the best healthcare in the world. But yet it's unaffordable, it's inaccessible. Healthcare is the #1 reason for bankruptcy in the US. I have personally never met anyone in Portugal, in Japan, or in Spain, all places that we've lived, that has talked about how expensive healthcare is, that they are going bankrupt. That is unheard of in almost every other country except for the US. Really, healthcare feels like a financial trap. And so if your health is suffering and you cannot afford to take care of it, then that is definitely a sign that you should see what else the world has to offer. You can become a healthier, happier person by exploring this one sign alone. Think about it. The next thing we need to talk about is safety. How safe do you feel, and how safe are you really? Oh, you got some food for me? Yeah. Thank you, Sanoa. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Sanoa made me some onigiri. Okay, back to my question for you. I'll hold that for later. But safety. You know, one of the things that is the most disturbing about what we see as Americans living outside of the US is just how unsafe it appears to be.
It took me 48 years to feel unsafe in the country I was born in. USA is no longer safe.
All right, people, this is just a heads up. Those of you thinking, hey, we'll just swing by the US and take a look at the Grand Canyon, or I don't know, I've got a conference in DC, or I'm going to run over to California and get me some new tech ideas. Do not come.
Americans are told other countries are dangerous, that the U.S. is the safe country. But unless you're American, you know this is not true. The U.S. is far more dangerous than most other countries, in particular Asia. So look at this chart. South Korea, the Asian country you are most likely to get robbed in, has 345 thefts per 100,000 people. Japan and Turkey, fewer but still high. The rest of Asia, way lower. Myanmar, just 9. So armed with this information, you might want to avoid going to South Korea or Japan if you're worried about your safety. If you're American, the least safe country in Asia is 4 times safer than America.
The USA is way more dangerous than Mexico. And let me show you. In 2024, there were over 500,000 missing people reported in the USA. In the same year, only 13,500 people were reported missing in Mexico. Now, I know we always hear this in the news that 100,000 people have gone missing in Mexico. And this is true. But here's what they're not telling you. This figure of 100,000 people missing in Mexico dates back all the way to the 1960s. It's a cumulative total. That's 60 years worth of missing people, while in the USA, 500,000 go missing in 1 year. It's not even close. In 2024, there were over 300,000 cases of missing kids in the USA. In the same year, only 2,500 children were reported missing in Mexico. Now, don't forget that in the USA, every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing or is abducted according to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If that doesn't convince you that the United States is more dangerous than Mexico, this will. The USA averages 500 to 600 mass shootings a year. That's 2 to 3 mass shootings a day, while Mexico only averages 30 to 60. The USA has over 2 million people in jail, more than any other country. If the USA is so safe, why is everyone in jail? The USA has more serial killers than any other country. 70% of the world's serial.
And finally, does the US still feel like the land of opportunity? Is it still one of those places where dreams can come true? Is there optimism that if you do everything right, you will succeed? That's a question that I think is debatable right now. And so if you feel stuck, like you've done everything you can possibly do and you're still not moving forward, then what do you have to lose by leaving? So that's it. I think you have heard it all. You have all the information you need, and it's really up to you to take action. And so I hope this video has given you guys food for thought on your journey. And I'll say that as an American living abroad, I care a lot about America, and I care a lot about all of the people that are there. And I'm sending my love because right now, you guys need it.
Calling you to say
America is a scam. Since I bought this apartment here in Da Nang, Vietnam, my friends back in America keep asking me the same question. Why would I leave my $900,000 dream home in Miami to live in a $92,000 apartment in Da Nang, Vietnam? I achieved what most people would consider the American dream, came from the bottom and made it all the way to the top, only to realize that it was all a complete scam. I started to realize that every house you buy, you just locked yourself into another 30 years in the rat race. Then every year they raise the taxes and insurance like crazy. And then when you get paid, they take the taxes out of your paycheck. Then you go to the store to buy some food, you gotta pay taxes again. And say you wanna invest it in the stock market and make some money, you pull it out, you get taxed again. Same if you flip a house. Then you wanna drive your car, then on your car every year you gotta renew the tags. And you gotta pay the toll fees on the road. And then even after you pay off your house, you're gonna be paying an insane amount of property taxes. You're gonna be paying a high insurance premium. And then if something happens like the hurricane that happened in Naples and your house gets destroyed, the insurance companies are just gonna bail out of town anyway, and you're never gonna see any of that money. You're just in an endless loop of taxation for the rest of your life. So I came to visit Vietnam and fell in love with this country. The quality of life, the people, the food, the amount of things I do and the fun I have in 1 week here is like 6 months back home. It's just an amazing way to live here. So when I bought this apartment in Vietnam, I paid it off up front. So I don't have any bills for the next 100 years. I actually feel free for the first time in my life. I had that house sitting there with nobody living in it for the last 3 years while I've been going back and forth to Vietnam. I finally decided to rent it out and make the move permanently. And And the people that I worked with here getting this apartment designed, the different contractors I used to get all the custom furniture made, to design the bathrooms, remodel the kitchen, and build an island, to the real estate agent who walked me through the whole process step by step, where we had a safe and smooth transaction. Everything was more professional and on point than any renovation that I've ever done. And I've done a lot of them. My house back in Miami, the contractors were almost 4 months late on delivering the final product. Here in Vietnam, they gave me a calendar showing me everything that was going to be getting done on every day of the week. And they finished 3 weeks earlier than the scheduled delivery date. So these are just a few small little reasons why I left and chose Da Nang, Vietnam. There's so many more. And also, the Digital Content Creator School is over 3 hours of step-by-step video tutorials on my process to creating over 30 million followers and millions of dollars online. It also includes the POV course, the Instagram 0 to 100,000 followers playbook, and a coaching call. Enroll at povdigitalnomad.com so you can start earning an income with faceless content.
Russell Simmons knew that there was a documentary being made about him, and the documentary premiered on HBO Max. At the point that he saw this documentary coming, and he's seen what's happened to R. Kelly and the Harvey Weinsteins when there's a whole bunch of media attention and so forth, he sold his West Hollywood house. I've been there. He had a Basquiat that was there. That got sold. He sold his condo in Tribeca, took a bunch of his money, went to Bali, built a hotel, sat back and got to see what was about to happen. The documentary came out, no one cared about it. There was a bunch of, 30 years ago, he kissed me when I didn't want him to, and he pushed up on me, and I didn't like it, something. It was not like an R. Kelly kind of thing. It was very, literally came and went because it was so softball. He sat back, and ultimately there were no criminal charges filed against him. There was a civil lawsuit, but there was no criminal case that ever came, which is why he goes back and forth. But he was sitting there saying, this might happen, and I'm sure building a hotel in Bali probably endeared him to the government to the point where they'll probably resist an extradition and so forth because he's putting so much money into the economy.
But if you can just sit in a comfortable space, take another deep breath in, let it go. The mantra is rum. Rum, rum. Just a vibration. Repeat it fast or slow. But focus the mind on the mantra to the exclusion of all thoughts.
This man said that he's had up to 100,000 people come in and enjoy watching him on social media doing yoga. This is Russ today, being able to go to whatever country he wants to, while Diddy rots in jail. Like I said, it's not really about Russ. It's not about Democrats or Republicans, but it is all about us. And like I said, I will never try to convince Americans to leave America. You will never see that one. That video will not come out. But I will tell Americans that you have options. And why walk across to Mexico all the time when you can actually live in Mexico? And I know a lot of Americans that I got an American dream and I want to be a millionaire. The one brother just showed you, I owned a house that was $900,000 in Florida, in Naples, Florida. I used to live down not far from Naples. I used to go to the beaches in Naples all the time. Really nice area in Florida. And brother said, I just locked myself in a 30-year prison with this mortgage. And went to Vietnam and built a custom apartment. And he's happy. He feels like $1 million. Same with Russ. Russell went. He's not living in the jungle. He's not living in the woods, contrary to what everybody was thinking. This man is living a great life. He's got all type of stars coming to hang out with him, from Snoop Dogg to Usher. He's reconciled with his daughter. She loves, as you could tell, she loves being down there with him. There's a new life waiting for us all, guys. Not just me, not just Russell, not just T-Mac, not just Will, not just Zero. But there's a new life waiting for us all. We just have to be willing to go after it. It's scary. You'll always have questions. You'll have questions before you leave, and you'll have questions years after you leave. But the key part is that you left. But the choice is yours. Shout out to all you guys. And like my brother says, I'm about to put in an extra half an hour in my AWS studies before going to bed. That's a great plan for us all. Let's get ready to do the outro, gentlemen. Like I said, Andre and I get ready to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to church for the early morning prayer service. Someone just do one outro tonight.